this miserable song on repeat. Cause you seem to forget how much you are hurting me. Do what's right, you say you will, but then you don't. You just don't. You don't care, cause you don't take me seriously. What's there to repair if you don't wanna talk to me? You should know your time is up, I'm out, I'm done. So I'm putting you on a lifetime sentence, and you'll no longer feel my presence. So you thought I would let this slip, thought you knew me so much better. You're on a lifetime sentence, so now you never feel my presence. So you thought I would let this slip, thought you knew me so much better. So you thought I would let this slip, thought you knew me so much better. Yeah, yeah. So you thought I would let this slip. No, that's right. Your words don't mean a thing to me. Sleepless night, your love has left us incomplete. Thinking that your promises will fit so loud. No, that's right. So I'm putting you on a lifetime sentence, and you'll no longer feel my presence. So you thought I would let this slip, thought you knew me so much better. You're on a lifetime sentence, so now you never feel my presence. So you thought I would let this slip, thought you knew me so much better. Cause I don't. So you thought I would let this slip, thought you knew me so much better. Oh no. So you thought I would let this slip. So I'm putting you on a lifetime sentence, and now you never feel my presence. So you thought I would let this slip, thought you knew me so much better. You're on a lifetime sentence, so now you never feel my presence. Never feel. So you thought I would let this slip, thought you knew me so much better.
What's up, fam? Chilling with your boy Moeketsi Maimane, aka Max for maximum temperature. I am the son of Mother Nature. Ako sa namtlakase reberekisa generator. Let's go.
My name is Naomi P. Umkabayi Kamakusazana.
Hang out with myself, the one and only MOOCEE Mist. My name is Moocee Mist.
I've been waiting all night. Watch you blow a mile. Please don't come over, cause you're not sober. Yeah, now you know that ain't right. If your dude knew you was coming over, that would be a problem. Yeah. If our friends knew undercover love and they would try to solve it, yeah. Me and you, what we do, it stays between me and you. Me and you, what we do, it stays between me and you. Please don't touch me like that, cause you know I'll react. Don't make me do this, I feel so foolish. No, breaking rules and that's facts. If your dude knew you was coming over, that would be a problem. If our friends knew undercover love and they would try to solve it, yeah. Me and makes me happy. And if you're happy, then let's be happy. Then let's be happy. Yeah, me and you, what we do, it stays between me and you. Me and you, what we do, it stays between me and you.
Good morning, South Africa. Welcome to yet another amazing episode. Kona Lago Vooka Breakfast Show. We do hope that you're feeling okay and amazing and obviously ready to start your day with an energetic start to your day, and of course not forgetting your daily dose of positivity. And how can I forget our fellow members, our fellow brothers and sisters out in underground radio in Durban. So greeting to abantu baseThekwini, ngiyabudisa and nami ngifisa ukuthi nizoba nosuku oluhle. Igama lami Afriberry, also known as Miss Berry Blaze, for those who know me and those who don't know me. And today we have an amazing jam-packed show for you. As you do know that we always bring you something new, something amazing, and not forgetting always giving you that one history lesson that you probably might have missed in class. And I do hope that you guys are ready for that one. As you can see, behind me is a beautiful scenery, and I'm dressed in pink as it is bright like the sun, which is the color orange. Now, when we're talking about the color orange, we are actually talking about our picture for the day, which is the Orange Restaurant. Now, the Orange Restaurant is a celebrated fine dining destination in Mpumalanga, long associated with stylish Liveland cuisine and exceptional service, known as much for its luxurious yet honest favors as for its dedication to dining and an exception. It offers beautifully presented dishes in a refined setting beyond its restaurant. Orange also hosts weddings, conferences, and special events with accommodation available at Lurie's Call Guest House and Franklin Lodge, making its complete hospitality hub both for locals and visitors seeking elegance and memorable dining. But that's not only the thing that we have for you today. We will also be having an amazing guest. Somebody is gonna make us laugh and enjoy our day because it is Comedy Wednesday. Now, this guest is known for his raw storytelling and relatable humor. I am talking about Nobile, better known as Uncle Frank, and he is a Joburg-based comedian who performs in both English and Vernac. Rooted in growing in a Christian home, navigating strict family values, and surviving heartbreak, his comedy blends faith, family relationships, and everyday township life into unforgettable moments on stage. Now, that is somebody that I'm definitely looking forward to because we haven't had a comedian for a while. So don't worry, we are coming back with that Comedy Wednesday to make sure that you have a very cracked up live day. But right now, we're going to be taking a break, and when we come back, we'll be starting with the news headlines, followed by sports headlines and traffic update.
Once again, a very good morning. My name is Moeketsi Maimane, and these are your top stories making headline this morning. Starting off with your first news headline, over 450 SANDF soldiers deployed in Gauteng. Gauteng has received over 450 SANDF soldiers to combat illegal mining and gangsterism. Premier Panyaza Lesufi announced the deployment during his State of the Province address following President Ramaphosa's directive earlier this month. Soldiers are already stationed in hotspots like Sporong, where illegal miners displaced over 600 residents. Lesufi emphasized that syndicates armed with high-caliber weapons threaten communities across West Rand, in Ekurhuleni, in Johannesburg, and in Sedibeng. The government aims to end this violence and protect residents, and urging that the military presence to be maintained long-term to ensure safety and stability in the province. On your next news headline, Lesufi also vows crackdown on Mkhukhu mafia to protect the Gauteng communities. Gauteng Premier Panyaza Lesufi warned of the rapid growth of informal settlements, saying the province cannot be reduced to a shanty town. He announced interventions including a multidisciplinary team to dismantle illegal shack expansions, starting with the Plastic City in Ekurhuleni. Lesufi stresses that the fight targets Mkhukhu mafias, not the poor, and highlighted housing efforts. Nearly 7,000 units built this year, 8,644 planned for next year, and over 13,000 service stands released since 2020. He also addressed hijacked buildings in Tshwane and redevelopment in Marabastad, emphasizing relocation, land acquisition, and housing delivery to improve living condition. On your last news headline, Jacinta Zuma Ngobese, March still uncharged after arrest. Jacinta Ngobese Zuma, leader of March and March, says she has not been charged a month after handing herself over to the police. She was accused of inciting public violence against undocumented foreign nationals during protest in Eddington Primary School. Ngobese Zuma claims the police have provided no feedback, only stating that the National Prosecuting Authority is yet to act. She alleges the case was opened by an unarmed officer and views the process as intimidation. Despite this, she insists she will not be silenced, emphasizing her stance against what she sees as misuse of the law. That's all for your news headline. Now let's head over to your sports news. Starting off, of course, with your football news. Moroccan captain Saiss announces international retirement. Romain Saiss, Morocco's veteran captain, has retired from international football at the age of 35. After repeated injuries, including a brief Africa Cup of Nations return, he decided to step away, calling it the most beautiful chapter of his life. Saiss led Morocco to the 2022 World Cup semi-final and will continue playing for Al Sadd in Qatar, pledging to remain the national team's biggest supporter. On your next football headline, Swallows' gallant saga deepens as the legal battle intensifies. Morocco Swallows are seeking to cancel their 40 million rand sale of premiership status to Marumo Gallants, accusing them of defaulting on payment. The deal required 20 million rand upfront and 10 million rand for staff settlement, but Swallows say Gallants failed to settle 13 million rand in tax liabilities. Now inflated by penalties, Gallants filed notice to oppose, arguing they have substantially compiled, though insiders see it as a delay tactic. The Premier Soccer League is monitoring while the court decides. If Swallows succeed, they could regain control and seek new buyers through the dispute that may drag on for months. Lastly, on your rugby news, Springbok to open 2026 season against the Barbarians, and all of the fixtures have been named. The Springboks will open their 2026 season with a friendly against the Barbarians in Gqeberha on the 20th of June. They then face England, Scotland, and Wales at home in July as part of the inaugural Nations Championship. A 4-test greatest rivalry tour against the All Blacks follows in August and September, plus a one-off clash with Australia in Perth. In November, the Boks travel to Europe to play Italy, France, and Ireland before the final weekend in London. The packed schedule blends Southern Hemisphere rivalries with Northern tours, setting up a thrilling season. That's all for now. Stay tuned for more sports and news updates throughout by using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show, and also you can send your voice note on 0604933226. Now let's keep you safer on those roads. If you are driving on the KZN KZN roads, this is what you need to expect on the roads. On the N2 northbound after the EB Klute interchange, there is a stationary vehicle blocking the left lane, so please keep left and drive with caution. Roadworks continue on N3 in both directions between Ashburton Interchange and New England Road Interchange. You need to expect restricted lanes and drive carefully through the area. On the N2, roadworks are underway between Kwamashu Interchange and Umdloti Interchange. Lanes are restricted, so approach with care. Coming through on the Gauteng traffic, if you are driving, this is what you need to expect on the roads. Good news on the N3 northbound at Glenhughes Interchange. That stationary vehicle has been cleared. Traffic is still slow moving in the area, so take it easy. And on the N3 northbound after Marlborough Drive, roadworks have now been cleared, so drive safely as conditions return to normal. That's all for a traffic update. If you happen to be on the road and you want to share your traffic update with us, use the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show on YouTube, or you can send your voice note on our mobile number, which is 0604933226. For now, let us take a short break and give you your latest weather update, and coming back with your daily dose of positivity. So don't switch the dial.
Living in this crazy time, putting back the pieces of my mind. I know how to run from the dark and fly. Take a breath, feel my wings spread, levitate into the clouds. I'm so high above the ground. I'm rising. I'm soaring above it. It all. I just wanna be free. Finally. I wanna be free. I wanna be free. Finally. I wanna be free. Higher to a bird. You, I'm rising. I'm soaring above it. It all. I just wanna be free. I wanna be free. I wanna be free. I wanna be free. Said you needed more time to think, so you went away. But you still would stay in my dream. Now you're back for more. Why you in my reality? Even though my heart just won't leave. That was then, can't go back. Hurt so bad, had to block out the memory. If we try again, start from scratch. You wanna pick up where we left off, but you've been gone away. You've been gone away so long. Since you've been gone away, you've been gone away so long. I forgot your middle name, I forgot your birthday. You still wear cologne the same, like it in the worst way. You've been gone away. Since you've been gone away, you've been gone away. 50-11 days, 50-11 days, 50-11. I lost count of all of the weeks that you have your way. Wouldn't pick a fight when you'd leave. Now you're back for more. Did you find the healing you seek, or did you realize that I'm everything that you need? That was then. Go back. Hurt so bad. Had to block out the memory. Yeah. Start from scratch. You wanna pick up where we left off, but you've been gone away. You've been gone away so long. You've been gone away. Since you've been gone away, you've been gone away so long. name. I forgot your birthday, your favorite position. Do we still have chemistry? Yeah. Since you've been gone away so long.
And of course, just like that, we kicking off this beautiful morning with great sounds. Of course, right now playing is I Want to Chase You by Alex Akem. A very good morning. 23 minutes past 7. It is the time. A very good morning to everyone who is listening and watching from wherever you are. My name is Moeketsi Maimane. And of course, you are tuned into your favorite morning breakfast show, which is the Vooka Breakfast Show. You know that we always start your day on a very high energetic note, accompanied by a daily dose of positivity. From wherever you are, don't worry, we are going to give you that dose. We're going to inject you with some happiness, with some of most interesting stuff that you didn't know. You know that we aim to have those thought-compelling and thought-provoking conversation, and we also want to engage with you throughout our social media platforms. We are Vooka Breakfast Show across all social media platform. Instagram is Vooka Breakfast Show, Facebook is Vooka Breakfast Show, TikTok is Vooka Breakfast Show. Right now we are live on YouTube. The only thing that you need to do right now is to click the subscription button if you haven't, and the notification button, so that whenever we go live, you will be notified that your best breakfast team is live and ready to get things going. Of course, kickstarting the morning with some energetic note. Of course, the number to dial for voice notes, because we also accept voice notes and calls from wherever you are from. Just simply dial 060 on your phone. I'll wait for you. It's 060 493 3226. That's the number that you need to dial to send a voice note if you can't type your comment down on YouTube. And if you want to comment on YouTube, just use the hashtag Sivugile, hashtag the start to the day, and hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. Those are the most important hashtags. And not forgetting that we also live on Underground Radio. Do make sure that you download the app. If you're using Android, go to Play Store and download the Underground Radio app. If you're using iOS, you can simply go to App Store and download the Underground Radio. So much, of course, is in store for this beautiful Wednesday, because you know that Wednesday we always get rid of the midweek slump. We teach you about knowing your rights. Speaking of knowing your rights, a conversation that is going to be very important and very vital for everyone who is going to be watching, or someone who is going to be watching when, of course, time flies, is we're going to be talking about how data is handled. Not any data, but your data. We always, apply to certain companies. We always, on our devices, sharing our information to some companies out there or to someone out there. And a question that we're asking this morning is, how is your data handled? Do you know if your data is being handled correctly? Sometimes you get calls from people not knowing who is this person and how did they get my information. So we're going to be looking into that. I hope that you're going to be taking some few points so that there are things that you can avoid next time when sharing your data. We want to hear from you, and of course we are going to give you some tips on how to avoid giving data to people who are not supposed to have your data. My name, of course, is Moeketsi Maimane. Happy to be with you. You know that I'm not always rolling alone. I always have the best team with me just to carry me and you throughout the hour of 10 o'clock. Not alone, of course, have the one and only Afriberry. Good morning, and how are you?
Hey, good morning, team. I'm doing okay, man. Doing fantastic. Just pretty amped up for today. Kamutunani parents meeting. So, I just wonder what my son did at school today. So,
Yeah,
but
that's a
otherwise,
lot.
other than that, I am pretty happy to be here, and I am happy to be here with the Vooka Nation. I hope you guys are doing okay, and I hope you guys are feeling fantastic. Guy one, ngicela umuntu aseThekwini athumele voice note. Guy one nje. Sike sibone ngifuna ukubona something yana yabo. Kodwa ngiyadibulisa lapha ku Underground Radio. I hope you guys ni right. And then uthi lapha weather seThekwini phethe kahle.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of weather, you know that your day cannot start okay if the weather is bad. Unfortunately for some of us right here in Soweto, we woke up to a beautiful sunny morning. But let's look into how is the weather looking like for someone who is traveling right now, going to places. Maybe you're going to work or you're preparing to go to work. Let us, of course, update you on the current weather. So, in terms of looking into your weather this morning, if you are in Soweto right now, you are currently experiencing 15 degrees Celsius with some clear skies. As mentioned, that the sun is out. It's so nice. So you can prepare the rest of your day by wearing a t-shirt because it's going to be a sunny day. And of course, if you are out there in Khayelitsha, currently you're experiencing 20 degrees Celsius with some broken clouds. And if you are heading to Johannesburg or in Johannesburg, you're going to be currently experiencing 14 degrees Celsius with some clear skies. If in Cape Town, you're currently experiencing 20 degrees Celsius with some light rain. If you're in Durban, you're currently experiencing 25 degrees Celsius with some clear skies. And in Pretoria, you are currently experiencing 18 degrees Celsius with some clear skies. And in Bloemfontein, you're currently experiencing 15 degrees Celsius with some clear skies. That's all, of course, in terms of our weather update. If anything comes through, just to let you know, if there are some few developments, maybe it's going to be raining in the afternoon, we will let you know so that you can prepare yourself, right? That's what we have, of course, for your weather. Or if you want to share your weather with us, or how is your morning looking like, just take a beautiful picture, go outside, take a beautiful picture and show us if you are loving this morning view that is sunny. Send your picture on 060-493-3226. Can't wait for those pictures so that we can kickstart this beautiful morning with some, of course, beautiful views. What is a morning without a beautiful view? And you know that we always aim, of course, again, to keep you updated when it comes to your market rates for this morning. Let's look into how the rand is performing and what our commodities are saying and how are they doing when it comes to value. So this morning, February the 25th, 2026, let's look into how the rand is currently doing against other currencies out there. Starting off with the US dollar, the rand is currently trading at 16 rands 1 cent. And then heading over to the Great British Pound, it's currently trading at 21 rands 59 cents. And the euro is currently trading at 18 rand 85 cents. The Japanese yen is currently trading at 10 cents. Australian dollar is currently trading at 11 rands 28 cents. And the Chinese yuan is currently trading at 2 rand 33 cents. And then heading over to your commodities, looking at gold. Gold for this morning is currently at 43,500 rand. Nothing has changed over the past days, and of course with the Brent crude oil, things are still the same. It's currently at 1,550 rand. And then lastly, on your Bitcoin is currently 1,250,000 rands. That's all we have for you in terms of the market rate for this morning, February 25th, 2026. We're going to come back tomorrow morning with your latest market rate on the 26th of February 2026. I'm happy and excited, of course, into what today has for us. So I need you to be ready because as Afriberry mentioned when we began the show, that today is going to be all about laughter. Who am I speaking about? I'm speaking about a guest that is going to be joining us later by the name of Uncle Frank. Uncle Frank, I think it's his stage name. He's a comedian, he's a storyteller, and he is a host. He is known for his raw storytelling and relatable humor. His real name, of course, is Ngobile Ngomane, better known as Uncle Franka. He's a Johannesburg-based comedian who performs in both English and vernac. I can't wait to have a chat with him. I can't wait, just to be with him and for him to tell us about his journey. Of course, if you have some question, you can come through. The WhatsApp line will be also open for calls and for voice notes. Very interesting. But one of the most important thing, because we are dealing with data that is being mishandled, I want you to stay tuned for this discussion, because there are a lot of stats that are going to be sharing with you that you can use, that can be of use. Maybe some of you are victims of being scammed. So today we're going to be talking about how our data is handled. Not forgetting that there are social media trends, of course, that are going to be going through, because it's hectic. Mzansi is always on Twitter. It's always on the news when it comes to trending news. So I want you to stay tuned for that one. So what we're going to do right now is to take a short break, because when we come back, we are going to have an interesting conversation. All right, and we want you to hop in. We're going to talk about nicknames and pet names. Whether we are going to be deciding, we're going to be judges for you if the nickname that you have been given, or the nickname that you have given to your dog, or your, anyone out there, is it cute or cringe? Because there are people who have cringe nicknames. So we will be back discussing that. So all I want you to do is to not switch the dial, because we will be back after this. Leaving you with the great sounds of Amaru, song titled Away Yo.
Yeah, stepping in the spot like she own it. Looking like the world is your runway. She can set it off like a gunplay. Oh my. Yeah, talk of the city with that body. Always getting praised like it's Sunday. She said, baby, what you gonna do about it? Loving your vibe, girl. That energy got me going. Yeah, that thing's so vibrant. I wanna know if you can give me the keys to your heart, baby. She need me like heartbeat. Drive me the bed like a RV. Hugging the curves on that body. She bring the heat like wasabi. Promise not to test your heart. Never. We just can't be kept apart. Yeah, yeah. Baby, you the best by far. Always go the extra mile. Yeah, yeah. All I need is you. All I need is you. Loving your vibe, girl. That energy got me going. It's my baby. That thing so vibrant. Keys to your heart, baby girl. You right next to me. Moji mulena vanemia yila. Vanemia yila. Ewe muleji. Mami venaki. Moji mulena vanemia yila. Vanemia yila.
What's up, fam? You chilling with your boy Moeketsi Maimane, aka Max for maximum temperature. I am the son of Mother Nature. Ako sa namtlakase re berekisa generator. Let's go.
My name is Naomi P. Umkabayi, kamakasazana.
Hang out with myself, the one and only MOOCEE. My name is Moocee.
Look, I just been keeping my poise. Made by the million, but still unemployed. They text me about green, but not on Android. She not my shawty, she filling the void. I make the sounds that cut through the noise. He think he a man, but he chilling with boys. Put down the liquor, start drinking LaCroix. The pain wasn't choice, but now I rejoice. My uncle had told me that I was the one. I played the shit smart, now my bragging and dumb. Lil' shawty had hit me, said she wanna come. Her dresses is black, but she not a nun. I'm so Pasadena, cause that's where I'm from. Some bangers, some hoes, some niggas with guns. They scheming for riches, they playing it numb. I'm second, I wins cause I'm second to none. Nickel, look, what the fuck you think I do it for? Do it for, hey, looking in the mirror, you the go, hey, I've been out here grinding 24.
Coming to you this morning with a very good vibe, with great sounds of Katori Walker, song titled Do It For. It's a very good morning right here, not any morning, but it's a beautiful Wednesday morning. Hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show is the hashtag to use on the comment section if you want to come through, because we have, of course, began hanging out, right? Let's continue to hang out. I see some of the comments have came through right there. Starting off with Mr. Mbimne coming through saying, good morning, Miss Berry Blaze. Of course, thank you so much for that, Ma. And then Miss Q Rams coming through saying, good morning, Vooka Nation. Have a blessed day. Good morning to you too, Miss Q. Have a blessed day ahead. And then Queen, the Empowerer, coming through saying, good morning, my vampire. And of course, I suck bad energy and give you good energy. That's why I am the vampire, if you're asking yourself. Right? Queen knows how to see good characters out there. And then she comes through and say, hello, Alfred Berry and the Vooka Nation. I enjoyed having Mr. B on screen on Monday. Missed you all yesterday. I look forward to Comedy Wednesday. Exactly. This is the day that we are all looking forward to. I see right there, Mr. B has something to say. You don't have any batteries. Your mic is off. What is wrong? No, your mic is in. Oh, it's batteries, right? Okay, we'll come back to that because they enjoyed seeing you on the screen. And of course, the Queen, Mr. B, was about to, of course, respond to you right there. But he's still fixing his mic. While he's fixing his mic, before the break, I introduced a conversation that I want to have with you right here, right? And this conversation talks about some of the nicknames that we have been given, or pet names that people have given their pets. So let's do this, right? Some names you are given and some names you just add. Queen the Empowerer, right? We don't know if you've given yourself the name, right? Miss Q Rams, you don't know if you have been given the name. Maybe someone was like, you know what? From today, you are Miss Q because of this and this. You are going to be Queen because of this and this. You're going to be Mo because of this and this. You're going to be Afriberry because of this and this, right? But then there are those names only one special person is allowed to call you, usually followed by please don't say that in public. So what is the real difference between a nickname and a pet name? And what does each one really say about you? I mean, my understanding, if it's put on the table, is pet names are for dogs and nicknames are for people, right?
Not really, Mo, man. Pet names are like meant to sound or seem a bit more cuter than what your nicknames are. And pet names are usually between they're like super close friends. The names there's a nickname that everybody knows, but then there's that one name that I use for you as your close friend or sometimes as your partner. It's just basically a way of basically showing that I, you know what, fatela wena every day, all of my life, that type of situation.
Yeah.
It's not always just names. It's not necessarily names for pets as much as they say pet names, because people name their dogs Sam.
Yeah.
So are you trying to say that somebody whose name is Sam is a
We never know, because we are labeled as dogs out there, right? Men are dogs, so we might as well be pets. But yeah, I hear you. So if you are at a family braai and everything is chilled, everyone was looking forward to the day, until someone loudly calls their partner Snuggle Muffin. Wow. While passing the chakalaka, and everyone freezes, the drinks, of course, stop mid-air. Even the dog looks very uncomfortable to say, "Aibo, Snuggle Muffin, where is that coming from?" Right?
You're my muffin, and I like snuggling you, so hence my Snuggle Muffin. Most of the time, pet names, especially in between relationships, they have to do with that one part that you love the most about your partner, followed by something else that you love yourself. So you like snuggling with your partner, and you're also a huge fan of muffins, so hence it kind of makes sense for you to call your partner Snuggle Muffin.
Yeah. So nicknames, of course, they come in so many different ways. We have been given nicknames by our friends when we grow up, and sometimes it comes to a point that you are given a nickname because we are trying to play around here. We are messing with each other. But that nickname that you don't like, turns out that it's the one that sticks out from other nicknames. And you always tell your friends, like, guys, please don't call me Mafobela. Like, I don't like that name. Please don't ever call me that. I know I eat, but I don't like that name. Right? I mean, as someone who has been seen, you are eating, and someone just decides that they're going to call you Mafobela. I mean, you've earned it. I feel like you've earned it.
No,
right?
And if you don't want me calling you Mafobele, then I'll cut it down. Hey, Fobs! Didn't have more
make
Fobs.
it
You
nice and
good,
cute.
Fobs. Nice and cute. And that way, it's also, for some people who don't know the full meaning of it, they won't get it. But for you, it's not also going to be embarrassing at this moment, because I'm not calling you with the full name. Instead, I just abbreviated it. Instead of saying Mafobela, just say Fobs. So I think that one is much more nicer.
Yeah. So this morning we are asking if some of the nicknames and pet names that you have had or that you have been called. Is it cute or is it cringe? I don't know, because as guys we always mess around with names, right? And most of them we don't say your nickname is cute. We never get to that point. Your nickname has to be some kind of weird, right? It has to be Mahamba, man. It has to stick to what you are doing. Mahamba, Mapensela. Understand? I mean, for some people, if they try to use logic to understand a nickname, you will go wrong. Never ever use logic to understand someone's nickname, because if I say Mapensela, someone is thinking pencils. Why is this guy called Mapensela? Kanti, in the football context, this guy is a very skillful player when it comes to playing soccer. So Simbiza Mapensela.
Some nicknames are just like pretty much obvious, because I know that I have a friend of mine from high school. He suffers from dwarfism, so his nickname is Too Short. That's his nickname. And then there's another one, but I wouldn't say the second nickname that he has, because it's not viewer sensitive. But I'm gonna say the first nickname. So the first nickname is Remitsa the Black, cause he's black.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is that his surname is Brown.
Ooh. Black Brown. Your mic is still off. There we go. No, I'm just hearing the shashalaza here. Yeah. Or did I replace the right cables? Okay, the cable is right. Everything is correct. But yeah, we're still in that conversation, talking about those nicknames. Mr. Black, his surname is Brown. Yeah, that's where logic does not apply, right? Some of the nicknames that I have had, I mean, all of my friends had nicknames, right? I have a friend till today, we still call him Charlie, right? Because he plays like Charlie. It's his nickname. He plays like Charlie, which is we will say it's cute. Then I had my other late friend who we called my James, like Jamie God, anything that speaks of gems, we look up to that guy, right? And I had another guy, another friend who's also late. They call him Skorokoro, because like there are people when it comes to like posture, anything that you do, like you do weird gestures, even when you walk. So we Skorokoro, understand? So it fits. And of course, we never like these nicknames because now they kind of describe who we are. They kind of describe some of the behaviors that we do when we are in front of people. But I've had a lot of cringe nicknames. Like, guys, cringe nicknames. I'm trying to recall some of the names that I've had. What's Joby? You understand? No one would really appreciate being called Sejobi, right? And I'm trying to think of girls. Because most of the time, girls, hardly get nicknames, man.
Yeah, that's very true. Because for me, I don't think I've had like a very cringe nickname. I've kind of like had like cute nicknames. Especially in my family, I have 4 different nicknames.
Yeah.
And they're all used by different people for certain reasons. I don't know why. So the first family nickname I got was Momoza.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was apparently darker than what I am right now.
Okay.
And hairy. I look like an Indian baby. My mama got a scolding and a whooping because I thought that she brought in an Indian at home. Yeah. That's how bad it was as a baby. My mom got whooped. They're like,
Interesting things to find out. Honestly.
That's that one. So it's Momoza. The other one is baby doll, what my grandmother calls me. If it's not that, Nana. If it's not Nana, then my godfather calls me baby girl. Because even till today, he still cannot pronounce my actual name. So that's the name, baby girl.
Yeah.
I
also feel like we need to find like a contrast, if I can put it like that, and say we just put a middle ground in terms of to differentiate between what is a nickname and a compliment, because a lot of girls get compliments, right? If I'm called Vetis, I don't think that will be your nickname. You are called in terms of
the color of your skin,
right? You are Vetis, because a lot of people call light-skinned people Vetis. Understand? Even more, if you are black, you are dark, like mnyama, bra, session mnyama, that's what people see, because nickname comes from the things that you do, Yeah, if you are someone who is, on a Sunday stout, you are stealing. Of course, there are nicknames. Sandla, you understand? Sandla Semfen, and. I'm trying to think of something that a lot of people do, because sometimes people don't find what's that? Madlebe. Your what?
Kanda.
Or big head. Yeah, I mean people who have big heads.
I actually have somebody who's nicknamed that.
Yeah.
I won't say his name because y'all are gonna laugh and this person. So because my grandmother has a tendency of forgetting his other nickname.
Yeah.
So Mita Kanda, and I already know who that is.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go to hi Kanda Ufitil. I'm like, oh okay, no problem. I get some more later on.
Kanda cool.
Yeah,
Makanda.
because I forget the other actual name.
Yeah.
Like for example, for me, I got the name Afriberry because I had an afro in high school. And besides that, they used to call me Mama Africa. Ooh. And then went from Mama Africa to Miran Makeba. And then from Miran Makeba, it finally just got stuck at Afriberry because of I had an afro. And at that moment, I was rebellious. I refused to relax my hair.
Yeah.
So I was known as one of those girls in school who was like, no more chemicals in my hair.
Yeah.
I even started washing my own hair. In high school, because I was like, you know what, this is my head, I need to properly take care of it and not fully depend on someone.
Yeah.
So hence the nickname Afribear, because I had an afro.
Yeah, and I think that it's gone. Who do we call you now? You had an afro.
Afribear.
So it was afro. Now it's gone. You are Afri.
Yes.
Okay. You are an African woman.
Yes.
Okay. it's understandable because now we are trying to, get the whole understanding of how nickname come, right? Because most of us, we got the nickname because people are trying to describe how we look. If you have a big belly, ukabazela, or they can call you Giza, understand? Thank you, Kizaro, because you have, Baba, you are packed.
You're very gifted.
You are very gifted. If we have our own president right here who's being called Cupcake because of his nose. It's big as a cupcake. Understand? I had a guy that I was playing soccer with. He had big eyes. And he was called Mehlo.
Oh,
understand?
yes.
So you have Abo Mehlo, you have
Tsebe.
big, tsebe, those kind of things. And right now, there's this thing that if you are Mike, it's going to be difficult for people to understand if, okay, man, is this person called like a Mike because, oh no, you can't call someone who talks a lot a Mike. Mm-hmm. What do people who talk a lot call? Mbembe. Okay, if you talk too much, like there are people who really talk too much. Uyabalabala is some of the ways that you can describe them. The action that they're doing is uyabalabala.
In my hood, there was actually somebody.
FM.
Or like my son's nickname is actually Ntate Tuso because he talks a lot.
Oh, yeah, Ntate Tuso talks a lot.
Yeah, so everybody in class, I even if when I need to look for him at school, or when I go and fetch him, I don't say Urineti or Tiam.
Yeah.
Nana, hello, Nana, also when in Ntate Tuso, Ntate Tuso. Because I know they're definitely going to know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
If I ask what his actual name, they're not going to get it. So I need to say his nickname in order for them to understand, and he got that nickname in daycare.
Yeah,
he got that nickname from his transport driver because he always complained with say, man,
yeah,
hey man, your child talks, man. So it stuck from him from transport or from crèche to primary. Even right now, it's still there.
Exactly.
So he also has days when he's like, don't call me that. But he also remembers that, I prate fear, like I talk a lot. So Ntato Tuso makes sense.
Yeah.
For example, I'm still trying to figure out what my uncle's nicknames come from. Nickname Chief.
Chief.
Mm-hmm.
Chief.
And then the other nickname is Rasta because he once went through a lock phase where he had locks. And then the other one, his family nickname is Daddy.
Yeah.
Because he's named after my great-grandfather. So that's his family nickname, Daddy.
Yeah.
Whenever he comes in, everybody's like, oh, Paparo, nah, why can't? And I'm looking at those people, they're like 50-something. They're calling a 40-something-year-old Paparo. And I'm like, okay, this is just so weird. For anybody who doesn't understand this or doesn't get the whole point why he's being called that, they would be like, hey, this family dynamic is like pretty weird. What's... No, because they call him that because they know, for example, because my uncle is a pastor, when they need somebody to lead them in prayer and like do like spiritual things, they call him, but they call him up first. Like, Papa Rona and so we wanted you to come and lead us in prayer. Papa Rona, like the cow needs to be slaughtered. Can you come and also do the slaughter in that kind of situation? So that's him.
Yeah.
And then the other one is ODB. So that's the one that I'm very curious about.
ODB.
Yeah, because the translation of that full nickname is something that I cannot say on air. But please remind me after the show. I'll let you know. Because I'm very curious as to...
I have something on my mind. ODB can be old, dumb, and brilliant.
You're not even close to what the actual nickname actually. Yes, old, yes, you're right. And then D, and then the B stands for something totally different that is not safe to say on A. Remind me when you take a break, I'll let you know, because it's very curious. I'm still curious over how you even got that name, that nickname.
Yeah.
The same goes for Chief.
Yeah.
I'm wondering because I know a welder.
Yeah.
So again, that's another thing for him.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying sometimes people give you nicknames based on what you do. Or maybe there is you have a resemblance of someone out there. Because you can't just be called Mandela. It's either you talk like Mandela or you look like Mandela or you dance like Madiba. Right? Because I had a friend who was called Madiba. Like he had his guys, his posture, like everything he did. Because if you are young and act old, you are Madiba, guys. Because if you are going to move like an old chap, like, no, man, it's not good. It's not good.
Moving in
not
slow
Madiba
motion.
because now you are fighting for us. No. No young person or a 2K can be called Mandela because they are fighting for the struggle. I don't think it's always that. But let's look into some of the perspectives, right, in terms of the nicknames. On how and what are other perspectives out there when it comes to these nicknames, right? So nicknames usually are created by friends, colleagues, and teammates. And speaking of teammates, I watch a lot of soccer, and we know that a football player always has a nickname, right? Especially this side. We listen to commentators like Bobaba Mtetwa. We listen to the likes of Reginald Ndlovu. And you would find that nicknames were being given to these players. For example, the player that we all know who scored the first opening World Cup goal, Simpiwe Shabalala, Baba Mtetwa called him Ntotsemnat. Understand? So everything that he does in the field. If you're given, you're given. And then Reggie calls our former Orlando Pirates player Mbogazi TLB. If you know TLB, it's that truck that ikanga phambili ikenye move.
It's the same when Fikile Mbalula once called Thando Tabete Thando Tabuti.
Ooh.
Yes, it was an award ceremony where Thando Tabete was getting on stage. He's like, yes, I am out here, and then he did this. I am out here with Thando Tabuti. And that nickname was stuck with her because if you notice right now, she even calls herself Tabuti. From that
It's a
day.
brand now.
Yeah, it's now a brand.
A huge brand. So some of these nicknames, they come from our personalities, our habits, and moment everyone remembers. Some of the cutest names that we've been called. I mean, I've been called Teddy, guys. Understand? Because of my soft side that I will give to someone. Right, and we know some of you have been called very nice and cute nicknames. Daddy, Zedzi. Nowadays they call you Zedzi. If they call you Daddy, you're doing good. But if it's Zedzi, my brother, you are winning. You are winning, my friend. Some of the nicknames, they signal belonging, comfort, and shared history. Right, things that we have done before, things that we always do, right? And the sense of comfort that we get whenever we do things, to say when you do this. I mean, you can be a guy who loves laptops and computers. They call you my computer, because now you always have a laptop and you're always in a computer. Some of them. And the studies show that nicknames can usually strengthen social bonds because they create an inside joke effect, right? Like they always make you remember some of the stuff that you have done together with your friends, right? When they call you that name, because there are people who still call me Rooney because I was given that name because I used to play, a striker position. Yeah, after being a goalkeeper, I played a striker position, and people call me Rooney because some of them said I have like a resemblance of him, in which it's a lie, guys. People will lie to you, right? But at least it boosts confidence. It really does boost confidence. If you are called Beyonce, my sister, yo, right?
That's a lot to live up to, number one.
You understand? And that name carries a lot of things. Like it's heavy. If you are Beyonce, ooh. If you are Messi, ooh. If you are Cristiano, ooh, my friend, that is heavy on your shoulders. Some of the examples when you talk about nicknames, you're talking about Big G. The G can mean so many things. Right, when we say G, a big guy, right, and big girl. I mean, I don't know if any girl is being called Big G out there, but if there is, shout out to you, Big G. Gugu is Big G. Yeah, if you see a Gugu out there, just say Big G. I love you. But scooter. Ooh, scooter can mean many things. You ride the scooter, but hey, let us not get deep into those things. But there are people who are called Boskuta.
People who ride scooters are now called Velati.
The minister of late arrivals. Yeah, now this one hits home. This one, it really hits deep and it hits home. That when you are the minister. For all people who like to arrive late, we refer them to you, minister, because you are always late. You are always late. And then Techno Baba. Ooh,
I think we have one in studio. That one is suited for somebody else in studio. Techno Baba.
Techno Baba.
Techno B.
Nah, that's bad. That's cringe, guys. Techno Baba is cringe. I don't wanna lie. Techno Baba.
Come on, techno.
Exactly. You know, some others called cash flow, but I know
Because they
cash.
always make it rain.
Yeah, I mean cash. Cash is a nickname for Orlando Pirates player Makehleni Makaula, right? They call him Ucash because Maukehli, it means you have money. So the cash Ukehla means you have cash. So let's take out the flow, man. Call me Cash. Understand? Donkey Cash. Those are some of the names that we would appreciate and say they're not cringe, right? And then moving along, when it comes to pet names, they are more personal, they're more emotional, and used by romantic partners and very close family. They signal intimacy, comfort, trust. Psychology research shows that couples with consistent, affectionate pet names tend to report higher relationship satisfaction.
Hey,
Stop calling me with my surname. Oh, Maimane. I'm your partner, for Christ's sake, but you're calling me with my name.
Phela uwazi ukuthi mawusoshada intombi emzulu uzokubiza kahle. Baba Maimane. How njani baba?
Baba Maimane
na
is not
phela.
romantic. Like we take these things, what other cultures do, and think it's romantic. Baba, no, I'm not your baba, man.
Yeah, that's why I said that if you ever marry a Zulu girl, they'll probably call you that Baba
Why you
Maimane.
Baba? I don't want to be called Baba.
Angithi bathi babonisa
Yena ubaba
inhlonipho
wakho.
phela.
No, respect your father. I'm your partner.
Phela angithi ubaba
your
umuzi phela.
No, if you call your father Baba and you call me Baba, I mean, where is the, you know, the just to put the thing,
The correct respect, yeah, the
Where's the
distinctive
distinct?
respect. You know, when you say that, remind me of another video that I once saw on social media, and it's basically couples calling when we're both together without anybody else in the house. I call you daddy.
Yeah.
And then so these women or the wives or the girlfriends actually put it to the test to see how their partner would respond in front of their dad when they're being called daddy. And they did that's like, hey daddy, and then the guy responded, how you doing, mama? And then the dad looked at the boyfriend and was like, so you let my daughter call you daddy.
Imagine.
If my daughter calls you daddy, what is she supposed to call me then?
Hello, mommy. Hi, guys. Sometimes it's not cute and romantic to call your girlfriend mama. Mommy.
It's not. Mama, okay.
It's really not. I mean, depending on where you are, the settings, yes, if you're home, it's just you. But public sometimes, man, it can give off some vibe to say, oh my dog, I didn't see you horotamale mama. You know, I didn't see you walking with your mom. Can't you? No, bro. Like, she's my girlfriend.
She's
I
the
call her mom.
mamacita, not the mommy.
You understand? So, yeah, that is the conversation that we're talking about right here. Some of the nicknames that you have had, or some of the nicknames that you have been called. Did you find your nickname cute? Did you find it cringe? Talk to us, 0604933226. That is, of course, the number that you can send your voice note on. Right? Some of the examples on some of the funniest nicknames that we have ever had right here is okay. Example of some of the pet names, pet nicknames is honey bun, pumpkin pie, baby girl, scatterball, baby boy, boo boo, love muffin. Right, these ones, they are considered to be very dangerous in public, right? If you can call someone your honey bun, my dog, you lose your masculinity right there. It goes from 100 to 2%, right? I mean, depending on how other people view those other things. But some of the funniest nicknames we have ever had right here is 2 minutes noodle. I know you're thinking of the wrong things, but no, because he's always done too quickly. Every time we are in a meeting, you just want to vamoose after 2 minutes. Someone is calling you after 2 minutes, you just want to vamoose, right? So when you are Devin Curry, 2 minute noodles. And then we have a Bluetooth, because you're always connected to someone's business. Ooh, Bluetooth. Ooh,
That one is
interesting.
cold.
I've never, but I think some of these are ideas that you can use because you've never had someone being called a Bluetooth. We also have Wi-Fi because she is everywhere and nowhere. Oh, my sister, your connection is very weak. And then ice cream because they melt under pressure. Halfway, you never finish. That's rude.
It's not even a nickname and it's not even funny.
Yeah, this is very rude because there are people sometimes when they try to finish things, people interject and they never finish what they say. And then you're going to call me halfway. Wena, sebete, the gods. And then PowerPoint. You always the slides, but no subs. Very interesting. And then government tender. This one is already late. I mean, yeah, we're going to give someone this nickname because they've ended. Government tender is your nickname. Chop Life, the social one who never says no to a plan. Wena ole good, like ole dumane. Everything that is being thrown at you, every plan that's being thrown to you, you are always there. You don't want to be left out. You have FOMO, right? Last one, Google Maps. You're always directing everyone. I mean, directing them where? I mean, sometimes you can direct people to wrong destination and things like that. But very interesting because you're asking this morning, what's your favorite nickname that you have ever been given? Which one is worse, a bad nickname or an embarrassing pet name? I think I'll choose an embarrassing pet name because that one will stick out. I mean, as guys, if one time you are chilling with your guys and your girl comes over and then she calls you with that pet name, trust me, to the guys it will always be there. 20 years later you will be reminded of that name. I mean, she might be your ex, or maybe she might be someone who you've dated. I mean, right now you are married and she's like 5th or 7th girl that you are dating currently. They'll remind you of that girl you once dated and the pet name that she used to call you. But as we are wrapping up this conversation, we are asking, what's one nickname or pet name you would never allow anyone to call you in public? Whether it's your partner, your family member, you are going to stop them right away and say, no, please don't call me that name. We're asking that question. Hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show is the hashtag to use right there on YouTube. Manalem came through saying, lol at Afri. A friend who suffers from dwarfism. I didn't know they were suffering.
Let me be. But sometimes it's hard to reach things in life for them.
Yeah. Ooh, jokes there. I see you. But yeah, we're still asking the question. We want to hear from you. The engagement is continuing on our social media platforms. Right now, we are live on YouTube and Underground Radio. You can send through your voice note on 0604933226. It is 9 minutes after the hour 8 o'clock. What we're going to do is to take a short break and then when we come back, we'll give you all of the news recap that you missed when we began the show. So for now, don't move, don't go anywhere, don't switch the dial. Leaving you with the great sounds of King Sis Illusion.
Security, yeah. So crazy how anything can happen. Hedging my bets so desperately. Building sand castles on the calm seas. Looking for a guarantee. Can't get out my own way. I ain't playing it safe. I'm holding so tight and choking my grace. Leaving no room for mistakes. It's the illusion of control. Can't take it with you when you go. both learn to lose control.
What's up, fam? You chilling with your boy Moeketsi Maimane, aka Max for maximum temperature. I am the son of Mother Nature. Ako sa namtlakase re berekisa generator. Let's go.
My name is Naomi P. Umkabayi, kamakusazana.
Hang out with myself, the one and only Moocee Mist. My name is Moocee Mist. On the Vooka Breakfast Show.
So don't you tell me I am selfish just because I look out for myself. I've been happy, working hard so I won't have to cry when I'm older. I could have done this or that. I remember when I used to. Don't do it 'cause it doesn't work. I'd rather tell her, shoot your shots. I did it, so I know you got this. We're all living one manifest. You'll get your dreams, just do your best. So don't you tell me I am helpless just because I'm searching for myself.
It's 14 minutes past 8 on the clock. We're still watching the Vooka Breakfast Show. Your energetic start to your day, accompanied by a daily dose of positivity. I'm happy and excited, of course, to be with you throughout the hour 10 o'clock. My name is Moeketsi Maimane, and I am with Afri Berry, giving you that energetic start to your day, accompanied by that positive energy. Playing you right now is the good sounds of a soft boy. Song titled Told You So. As promised before the break, these are your latest news recap that you missed when we began the show. Starting off with your first one, SANDF deployment in Gauteng. Over 450 South African National Defence Force soldiers have been deployed across Gauteng to combat illegal mining and gangsterism. Premier Panyaza Lesufi announced the move during his State of the Province address following President Cyril Ramaphosa's directive earlier this month. Illegal mining syndicates armed with high-caliber weapons have displaced communities such as the 600 residents forced out of Sporong and continue to threaten areas in West Rand, Ekurhuleni, Johannesburg and Sedibeng. The deployment is part of a broader government effort to restore safety and stability. What's next is Lesufi is emphasized that the military presence should be maintained long-term to ensure communities are protected. Authorities are expected to intensify crackdowns on armed syndicates and will keep you updated as the operation unfolds. On your next news recap, a crackdown on Mkuku Mafia. Premier Lesufi announced a multidisciplinary team to dismantle illegal shack expansions, beginning with Plastic City in Ekurhuleni. He vowed to confront the so-called Mkuku Mafia while assuring that the poor are not the target. Gauteng faces a rapid growth of informal settlements, which Lesufi warned could reduce the province to a shanty town. Housing delivery remains a priority. Nearly 7,000 units were built this year, 8,644 are planned for next year, and over 13,000 serviced stands have been released since 2020. Efforts also include tackling hijacked big buildings in Tshwane and redeveloping Marabastad. What's next is the province will continue relocation, land acquisition, and housing projects to improve living conditions. Expect visible enforcement against illegal structures and updates on housing rollouts in the coming months. Lastly, on your news recap, Jacinta Ngobese Zuma case. What happened is Jacinta Ngobese, leader of the March and Marches, says she remains uncharged a month after handing herself over to police. She was accused of inciting public violence against undocumented foreign nationals during protest at Eddington Primary School. Ngobese claims the case was opened by an unarmed officer and views the process as intimidation. She insists the police have provided no feedback, only stating that the National Prosecuting Authority has yet to act. Despite this, she maintains her stance and says she will not be silenced. What's next is the NPA's decision will determine whether charges are formally laid. Until then, Ngobese Zuma continues to frame the matter as misuse of the law. We'll keep you updated as soon as developments occur in this case. As for now, you can share your sentiments and your thoughts with us on YouTube using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show, or you can send your voice note on 060-493-3226.
What's up, fam? You're chilling with your boy Moeketsi Maimane, aka Max for maximum temperature. I am the son of Mother Nature.
Let's
go!
Famous Naomi P. Umkabayi, Gamakusazana.
Hang out with myself, the one and only MOOCEE Mist. My name is Moocee Mist.
On the Vooka Breakfast Show.
Yes, man, welcome back. And today I feel extra precious because I feel like a girly girl because I'm wearing pink. And everybody knows that pink is like the one color that females love the most. And speaking about that, today we're actually celebrating National Pink Shirt Day. Now, National Pink Shirt Day is an annual anti-bullying campaign that began in Canada in 2007 when two students riled up support for a peer bullied for wearing pink. Today, it's observed worldwide, encouraging people to wear pink as a symbol of kindness, solidarity, and respect. The day highlights that small act like uplifting notes, inclusive events, or fundraising can foster safe, supportive environments in schools, workplace, and communities, making it a global reminder that stand against bullying and promote empathy. Mo, would you wear pink to promote anti-bullying?
I mean, pink is a very nice, melodic and subtle color that you can wear, right? And I don't think I would wear pink tracksuits. Maybe a pink, golf t-shirt will do.
A pink cap.
Yeah, I would wear pink. I mean, I don't have anything that's pink right now, but I would wear pink because it's the symbol, what it symbolizes, kindness, it symbolizes solidarity and respect. And that's what I want to respect. That's what I want to represent in my community. So
man.
For sure.
That's amazing, hey. Speaking of kindness, today is also a day where we basically go out of our way and actually go the extra mile or the extra effort to lend a helping hand to somebody who actually needs it. And today is also known as Inconvenience Yourself Day. So Inconvenience Yourself Day was also founded in 2006 by Julie Thompson and is observed on the fourth Wednesday of February. It encourages people to step outside their comfort zones by performing small acts of kindness that may require extra effort or patience, like holding a door, giving up a seat, or helping someone who looks lost. The idea is that minor inconveniences can create major benefits for others, fostering empathy, strong communities, and even sustainable habits like recycling or volunteering. So now that is also one day that I bet a lot of people could actually also need and also celebrate, because there's always somebody out there who needs that extra helping hand. And we do hope that you guys will be able to go out there, show your love, stand up against bullying, because it's something that we are also struggling with in South Africa when it comes to the youth of our school. So please stand against bullying and make sure that everybody's voice is actually heard. But one thing that I also want to know, or that I also like doing, is because is getting a favorite call from somebody that you love. And this reminds me of a very old classic song by the one and only Stevie Wonder, when he just said, "I just called to say that I love you." Now, we are talking about a man that has been celebrated throughout the world, and I know that he once upon a time he actually wanted to run for mayor but never actually did it. But right now we're talking about Steve Harvey, and we're celebrating that he also became the second American singer to receive a Library of Congress Scholarship Prize in Washington, D.C. Now, this happened in February in 2009, where Stevie Wonder was honored with the Library of Congress Scholarship Prize for popular song, becoming the only second recipient of the award. Now, he got the award from President Barack Obama, who presented it to him during a special concert at the White House East Room, where Wonder performed alongside artists like Tony Bennett, Martin Mabred, and the week-long celebration dubbed Wonder Week recognized his extraordinary contributions to American music, blending artistry with social impact, and cemented his legacy as a cultural icon whose work embodies the spirit of Gershwin Prize. So congrats to Mr. Wonder on that one. And also in 2024, Luis Gomez as an unused substitute in the 2024 EFL Cup final, where Liverpool beat Chelsea 1-0 after extra time. Now, Luis Gomez, a promising Welsh forward born in 2005, was part of Liverpool's squad for the 2024 EFL Cup final against Chelsea, though he remained an unused substitute in the 1-0 extra time victory at Wembley, just days after he made his senior debut in the FA Cup against Southampton, scoring his first goal for the club. Gomez, who rose through Liverpool's academy after joining the Tranmere Rovers, has since been loaned to Hull City to gain more first-team experience, while also breaking into Wales' national setup. So congrats to him. And then the third one is that in 2021, Thierry Henry steps down as the head coach of CF Montreal. In 2021, in February, Thierry Henry stepped down as the head coach of CF Montreal, citing family reasons. He explained that the COVID-19 pandemic had made it difficult to see his children, and relocating to the US for the season would prolong the separation. Henry had joined the club in late 2019, guiding them through the 2020 campaign with an 8-13-2 record, reaching the MLS Cup playoffs and the CONCACAF Champions League quarterfinals. His departure reflected the personal toll of pandemic restrictions despite his promising start with the team. Now, that was a bit of a sad part on it. How did you think it affected the team after that, Mo?
I mean, when it comes to someone stepping down as the head coach, we know that they have plans, and not only plans for 2 matches. It's like plans that are placed for more seasons. You know, teams have a lot of objectives, and those objectives require finances to make sure they get where they are. So if someone who is like a Thierry Henry, stepping down, I know that a lot of players, didn't know how to process everything, because he was a very great leader to them. They also expressed how they felt when he was stepping down. But we are glad that he left a good leadership to the team to be where it is right now.
Oh, congrats to him on that one. And now we're also going to be talking about different inventions that have been made throughout history. And one invention that has been made is something that actually saves water. Now, we all know that as much as we live in a kind of world that has water, that's like almost covered with like 80-70% of water, we still are lacking water in so many different parts of the world. Like right here in Johannesburg, there's some parts of Johannesburg that do not have water. So this is something that will actually be able to help different people from different parts of the world to save water and use it wisely. Now, I'm talking about the L'Oreal Water Saver. Now, the L'Oreal Water Saver is a sustainable hair washing system developed with Swiss startup Gosha, designed to cut water usage by up to 80% without compromising the salon experience. Now, it actually works by infusing water with micronized hair care products and using a high-pressure, low-flow shower head that delivers precise steams delivers precise streams, making rinsing faster and more efficient. So it makes sure that you also get your rinsing out very faster instead of always pouring water on top of your head, because we all know that as females that you might literally take up 10 liter by just wanting to reach that all of that shampoo and conditioner from your hair. Now it was also recognized by Time as one of the 100 best inventions of 2021. It reflects L'Oreal's push towards eco-friendly beauty innovations that conserve resources while maintaining luxury standards. So to that one, amen to that one. They did the best.
I mean, very interesting, because I don't want us to also, not forget another, quite interesting invention, of course, from the one and only Setyagraha Ramokhase, who once joined us right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. He came through and showed us this product, which is called the e-spring, which cleans, and save you more water, So I think these are the kind of things that right now, as a lot of people are going through the scarcity of water, they should hop on and check out the e-spring. Setyagraha Ramokhase is the man who is responsible for all of this, right? So it is very interesting, because I think in terms of what people are facing right now, we need to come with certain solutions that can really help people. People are drinking contaminated water. People are being admitted into hospitals because of drinking, contaminated water. But people like Setyagraha, they come through and they say, we are the solution and we are what South Africa needs right now. So shout out to Mr. Setyagraha, and we hope that you will come back, of course, to explain further, because I think right now it's the right time for him to come back. And we have the discussion again, because water is becoming a very huge problem in our country. I mean, last week, when the president was delivering, the State of the Nation address, he spoke about now allocating trillions of rands to water and infrastructure. And while you're still doing that, you have to look out for products like the e-spring that will make sure that life is easy and convenient for you. So those are celebrations that we are currently celebrating, which are beautiful inventions. We will, of course, bring you more, because that's what we do right here. And then, speaking of celebration, you know that we always celebrate birthdays and who is growing up today. If you know anyone who is celebrating their birthday and you would like to give them a shout out on the Vooka Breakfast Show, please come through right now. Use the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show, or send us a voice note and let us know who would you like to give a shout out to, and a happy birthday to them. We will help you celebrate their birthday. So let's get straight into some of our celebrities that are growing up, people that we still continue to see in our screens. Others we saw them on our screens, making and entertaining us, for a lack of a better word. So let's get deep into who is growing up. I know that you also can't wait to hear those names. But today we have one of, I'm going to call him a historian wrestler by the name of Ric Flair, right? He was born on this day in 1949, and today he is turning 77 years of age. Of course, his rise to fame, he was widely regarded as one of the greatest wrestlers ever. Won 16 world championships across NWA, WCW, and WWF. I know for most of the time, I never got to see Ric Flair, on his prime, because some of us were not born, so yeah, happy birthday.
You've never even seen him when he introduced his daughter Charlotte Flair to the world of wrestling?
Nah. I know John Cena. I know.
So but no, Ric Flair still appeared. Yeah,
he did, but I think the focus, was more on the new ones, the new generation. So what Ric Flair would consider them those old Madala who just pop up nowhere.
Do you know his famous catchphrase?
I don't know his famous catchphrase.
Mr. B, do you know his famous catchphrase? Woo! Yeah, that's what he was known for, the woo. That's his catchphrase. Everybody knows that when he starts appearing, he's like, woo! And
Yep.
everybody just expands their hands.
That's a Ric Flair.
Yeah, I watched
for
a whole
you
lot of
right
wrestling
there.
growing up.
Yeah. So, of course, one of the interesting factor about him is that Ric Flair is the only wrestler inducted twice into WWE Hall of Fame. 2008 Solo, 2012 Four Horsemen. I mean, one of the information, of course, that I would like to share with you. I don't know why, we share these things, but he has been married 5 times, right? I mean, kudos to him. It's good that you have been married 5 times. You have a lot of experience, my good sir. But happy birthday to him. And then the second last birthdays that we have, of course, are the footballers that are still playing football and still making the magic out there. And you're asking yourself, who am I talking about? The one and only and the youngest footballer to make history, Arda Güler, was born on this day in 2005. He's turning 21 years. Wow, people born in 2005 are turning 21 years. If you're born in 2006, you're turning 20 this year. Wow. And of course, you're asking yourself, how did he rise to fame and play for the biggest team in the world? Not only biggest, but the biggest valued team. Billions and billions of rands. Mesut also joined Fenerbahce in January and leaving Arsenal in a 3-year deal. So he was also part of the deal. While this deal was happening, something was cooking in the back that Arda Güler will become one of the greatest youngest player. Developments were there. I mean, we know Real Madrid Castilas, they always have these young ones coming through. And interesting fact about him, he became the youngest player ever to score in the Turkish Super League, achieving this milestone while playing for Fenerbahce before his move to Real Madrid, where he is currently playing right now. And I think Real Madrid is playing the second leg game with Benfica, in which they are leading 1-0 on aggregate. So kudos to them and good luck. We hope that today he's going to be featured in the squad and celebrate his birthday in style, where Real Madrid are going to, of course, go through to the round of 16. Lastly but not least, one of the best goalkeepers that we've ever seen in our generation, goalkeeper for Italy, former goalkeeper for PSG, Gianluigi Donnarumma. Born today in 1999, he is turning 27 years. Interesting fact about him or his rise to fame is this Italian goalkeeper starred for AC Milan and Italy's under-21 team before rising internationally. And for all who know him, he's currently playing for Manchester City right now. So happy birthday to all of these individuals who are celebrating their birthday. And as I've mentioned, if you know anyone who is growing up and celebrating their birthday, just give them a shout out. We will help you, of course, to celebrate their birthday. But as for us, the Vooka Breakfast team, we would like to say
Happy birthday! Woohoo! Yeah! Hip hip!
hooray!
Hooray! Hooray!
Of course, it's a very beautiful, blessed day for all of us. Hope that you're still having a good time with us right here. It's 35 minutes after the hour, 8 o'clock on the dot. Some comments, of course, came through right there. Ms. Tembi Mni coming through saying a very good morning, Vooka team, Vooka Nation and Underground Radio DBN team. Hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. Hashtag Vugile on a lovely sunny Wednesday morning. Good morning to you too, Ma. Come through again, say wishing all team a happy, blessed Wednesday. Take care of yourself. Thank you so much for those wise and beautiful words. So, as mentioned, that there is an interesting conversation that we're going to have, and we are getting straight into knowing you right after this break. We are going to be talking about how is your data handled. Right? So let me just build a picture of what we're going to be talking about, and you can prepare some of your responses right there. So you download a new app, right? Maybe it's a shopping platform, a gym membership, or even food delivery service. You're excited, hungry, in a rush, and then the giant wall of term and condition pops up. Without thinking twice, you scroll so fast, your thumb bends, you hit accept, and then boom, you are in. But at that exact moment, something important happened. you've just handed over your personal information to that website or to that app. Your name, your contacts, your location, sometimes even your images, behavior or preferences. And in South Africa, that moment triggers what we called the Popia Act, the protection of personal information, the law that says your data can't just be used however these companies feel like using it. They have rules, and those rules are big. So I know you want to know what this conversation and this discussion entails when it comes to all of the rules, the do's and the don'ts. So don't switch the dial, because when we come back, we are strictly going to get into that conversation. So don't switch the dial and don't move. Leaving you with the great sounds of King Sis, Wanna Be Free. Enjoy.
From this world, running on a hamster wheel, but searching for something I can't feel. I just wanna be a lost girl and fly. Take a breath, feel my wings spread, levitate above the ground and make eye contact with clouds. Now I'm rising, I'm soaring above it all. I just wanna be free. Finally, I wanna be free. I wanna be free. Finally, I wanna be free. Finally, I always stay dreaming, never imagined I lose my spark. Living in this crazy time, putting back the pieces of my mind. I know how to run from the dark and fly. Take a breath, feel my wings spread, levitate into the clouds. I'm so high above the ground. I'm rising, I'm soaring above it all. I just wanna be free. Finally, I wanna be free. I wanna be free. I wanna be free.
Your boy Moeketsi Maimane, aka Max for Maximum Temperature. I am the son of Mother Nature. Let's go.
Famous Naomi P. Umkabayi Gamakusazana.
Hang on to myself, the one and only MOOCEE list. My name is Moocee List.
Pero estoy cenando esta hora. Ya es muy tarde, ya no llores, ya no llores. Aunque estés sangrando, te ignoro. Llámame cruel, no te valoro. Hiciste guerrera y esta guerra yo gané. más fuerte, suco el cielo. Ya no me quiebro, ya no te espero. Fui prisionera, hoy soy mi imperio. Esencia es una trampa, la que nunca escaparás. Nunca escaparás, nunca escaparás. Sé que estoy llamando a estas horas, pero estoy sonando esta hora. Ya es muy tarde, ya no llores, ya no llores. Aunque estoy sangrando, te ignoro. Llámame cruel, no te valoro. Hiciste guerrera y esta guerra yo gané. Ahora ven y mira, mira, mírame. Es como que nunca, nunca te amé. Tu casa vacía, destruye. Ahora ven y mira, mira, mírame. Ahora ven y mira, mira, mírame. Es como que nunca, nunca te amé. Tu casa vacía, destruye. Ahora ven y mira, mira, mírame.
Heart beats up and down. I'm in a gambling phase. Going round and round. It's a trampoline stay. Oh, it's like I never run out of breath. And I don't care if we
And of course, still continuing to give you the great sounds. Right now, you are listening, or you were listening to Bonified by I Am Mean. Still hanging out with us right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. It is 44 minutes after the hour 8 o'clock on a beautiful Wednesday morning, the 25th of February 2026. Another thing that I just want to let you know so that it can, of course, register in your mind is February the 25th is the 56th day of the year in the Gregorian calendar, and 309 days remain until the end of the year. So we are left with 44 weeks remaining up until we say goodbye to 2026 and hello to 2027. And of course, let me get straight into the business of the day, because it is very important to know our rights. It's very important to know the reasons behind us knowing these rights. One of the rights is you have the right to your information, and that information is the data that we always share. I mean, a lot of us, if we are asked a question that how many times do you think you have shared your personal information, right? I mean, let's talk. How many times have you shared your personal information?
A lot, hey?
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna lie about it, because as people, when you sign anything, we just literally do not read through the fine print.
Yeah.
Until we start getting those telecommunications calls. Hi, how are you? I'm calling from Outsurance, but you know very well that you never give Outsurance or applied for anything from it.
Yeah.
So yeah, we need to also, I think, also going through the fine print and understanding the jargon that is being used there.
Yeah.
It's also very important. But also, besides that, I think it's also essential for contractors themselves to actually make things much more simple and easier to understand.
Yeah.
Because you find that most of the time people skip the fine print because we don't understand what they are saying. For us, it's gibberish.
Yeah.
You try to understand, but it's not understandable.
Yeah.
So that's also something that it needs to be sorted out on both ends of on both sides of the table.
Yeah. I mean, for some of us, I have so many apps, of course, that have to do with online shopping, these delivery apps, and they want a lot of information. You share your address, even in these banking apps now, they want your face now for you to do transaction and things like that. For a lot of people right now, we know that South Africa has a staggering stats when it comes to unemployment. Some people share information that is very important. They're sharing their ID numbers, they're sharing their bank accounts out there, their banking information. Some of them, you are even told to make a 2-minute video introducing yourself. You never know where is that video going to be used. But today we want, of course, to get deeper into this matter of how our data is being handled. We are joined, of course, by Mr. B, who was behind the microphone and behind the camera when we started, but he is right here. But let me throw a question to you, Bren.
Yes, sir.
How often do you share your data?
Quite often.
Yeah.
There are times where you share information where you know that you are sharing. And then there are times where information gets scraped.
Yeah.
And you're unaware that your information is being scraped.
Yeah.
So we joke a lot about cookies on the browser. But this is browsing information or behavior that gets shared with companies to say this is how consumers are behaving, this is what they're looking at on their browser. So in terms of sharing, we share willingly, and more often than not, we also share information without being aware. Yeah. So I would say I probably share more information where I'm unaware than me willingly sharing it.
Yeah.
So if we're talking about a simple newsletter, sure, I signed up for a newsletter. I know that on a weekly basis or on a particular cadence, I'll receive an email from this company. Or I just signed up for a app. I know that I'm signing up.
Yeah.
But more often than not, as mentioned, I'm unaware of all of the information that gets scraped. And remember, the word scraping, I think it is by design, because it's done in such a way that it scrapes the data. It's not taking full data, but it's just scraping data. So sometimes companies will say, look, this information is anonymous. So it's not like we are tying it to Umo specifically. So that somehow makes it harmless, where we're just scraping information from thousands and thousands of people. I mean, I've got a lot of thoughts to share, more especially about AI, and as far as how these LLM data models were trained, because they were trained on thousands, millions of data sets. And some of these data sets came from a simple website like Reddit or Facebook, or, So they take that information without your consent, because at the time when you signed up for, let's say, Facebook, you signed up, you agreed to the terms and conditions, but at the time there wasn't any information about, do you agree that we can use your information to train our models? The Facebook, the Llama AI from Facebook. So Facebook then has to update their terms and conditions to say, look, you do agree that we may, because sometimes that's the wording that gets used, which we may use your information. And most of us, as Afriberry mentioned, we do not read this information. So, we give away information, but they also take information.
So before, of course, we dive deeper into some of your thoughts about AI when it comes to sharing information, we know that a lot of people right now, they don't follow up and they don't ask about where their information is being used, right?
Absolutely.
And of course, I want us to get into some of the shockers right here, which are real South African facts when it comes to where our data goes, right? So the Popia gives you 8 strict conditions that companies must follow when processing your personal information, including accountability, transparency, purpose limitation, and security safeguards. Even photos of you, like birthday party pics, count as personal information and of course cannot be used or shared without valid consent. Organization, even schools, must securely destroy old devices, because reckless disposal of electronics can leak your personal information. And these are not suggestions, they are legal obligation. We have seen a lot of people coming through social media and complaining that their information has been leaked. Right, and now it speaks to the security of these companies that we are sharing information to say, how strong is the security? I mean, they don't even give us that information sometimes to say your information will be really, really safe with us, and it is 100% guaranteed that it won't be leaked anywhere.
I mean, for someone that has played in the tech space for quite some time, I absolutely know that nothing is 100% secure. However, with the Popia initiative, it's still in its infancy, because when we compare it to the Europeans, the Americas, they've got something called a GDPR, which basically regulates how information gets processed, saved, and interacted with, right? So here we've got Popia, and it's still upcoming. So one of the laws, as mentioned, as you read, is around security. So the question is, when you store user data, is the data encrypted? So what I mean by encryption is, if I've written Afriberry's name and next to Afriberry's name is her address, is it in normal characters where you can see Afriberry and she lives at a certain location? Or is it encrypted where I can't even tell that this name is Afriberry, because the A will then become a P, ganjalo, so it gets muffled and jumbled up, right? So is the data at rest where it's sitting and not doing anything encrypted? Because you might find a lot of these service providers don't even encrypt their data. It does take a little bit of computing power. That's why some of them even don't, where you have to encrypt and decrypt the information as and when you use it. But is the data sitting or at rest encrypted? Is the data in transit when you are making use of the data encrypted as well? So those are some of the things that vendors need to consider in order for them to comply with regards to that. And also when it comes to personal information, there is something called PII, personal identifiable information. Sometimes they'll talk about information as in, look, this is anonymous as mentioned, but there is information that is personal, but it's also identifiable. What I can tell what this is you. So this also ties into what's considered data residency. In other words, where the data is sitting. And if the server is outside of South Africa, who knows who can break into that server, steal my hard drives, and then get information about South Africans. And then also the last one is the retention component, where you've gone to a university and you've, put in your information. They've got information about you, your parents, and all of that. So there has to be, or there is a law that states that the data can only be stored for a certain period of time, and then it has to be destroyed afterwards. So whether we're talking devices or on the actual servers, and a certificate has to be issued. The data that we had collected, let's say the data retention policy is 7 years. After your 7 years, they have to issue that certificate to say, yes, indeed, the data was destroyed and we no longer have this information, so that if a data breach happens, then they are exempt to say, look, Tina, we did not distribute this data and it didn't come from us. Now, as the consumer, as the user, when you do have the right to call the college, to call whatever company, to ask Google, do you still have my data? And we're talking even Facebook. I think it's something we covered last year, where you can ask Facebook, what information do you have about me? And ngomthetho, they should comply and tell you what information. You can close your account, because there was also a conversation around closing an account but not disposing the information. So when you close your account, manje, they have to also dispose that information. So Popia it's getting there. It is an act right now where it's designed to protect the consumer, how your data gets used, handled. Is it safe when it's at rest, when it's being in transit? Is it safe? The retention policies, as mentioned. So we are getting there, but it's still something that's new. Just before I hand it back to you, I'm not sure if you guys are old enough to remember this. Maybe Afri, you are. But there was a time when you would sign up for a newsletter, right? And whenever you wanted to unsubscribe, it wasn't straightforward, because it was difficult, where you kept on getting these emails, and you wanted to stop this thing, but then it's like, where do I go? So the process of you unsubscribing meant you probably had to go to their website, and then you had to dig through layers of menus and then you would find the unsubscribe, put in your email, and that's when you would stop receiving these emails. So then a law was passed to Guti within the very same email itself. There has to be an unsubscribe, and the process or the steps it takes for you to unsubscribe has to be straightforward.
Yeah.
Because I remember there were times where I would actually give up, and I would still keep getting those emails.
Yeah, so it's intentional.
It was intentional.
Yeah, they just want to make it complex for you to unsubscribe.
So they get more money from you.
I mean, very interesting, because we also, once went through this whole thing that a lot of companies, when it comes to people's data, they are the only ones who decide, because there is a clause in some of the companies or apps where they tell people, but that information, a lot of people were arguing that it's not public enough, because there are companies that have clauses with their partners to say we can share information with you. And some people, and of course if you're a customer, you don't know that, and for you feel like it's a risk. I don't want this certain company to share my information with me, right? And that's where we are. And in terms of a lot of people trying to understand where their data goes, and sometimes if I just give maybe a lady in the street my numbers, all of a sudden I get calls from different people after I have given her the number. But we didn't go through the process of are you going to share? Do you have like clauses with your partners and things like that? But that is information that we're trying to bring to you so that you can understand in terms of what really happens when you sign up, or you're given an option of signing up. But let's get into what really happens when you sign up. So let's break down the journey your data takes, right? So the first one is you hand over your data, sometimes more than you realize. Emails, phone numbers, ID numbers, location, browsing history. Some apps even ask for a camera and a microphone access, even when it's not essential. I mean, I always get there and ask myself, because people will just click allow, thinking that if I do not allow, maybe I'm going to have some complications, right? Do you want emails to access your audio? For what?
Or your microphone.
Your microphone, right? The company becomes the responsible party under the Popia Act once they collect your data. They must comply with the Popia 8 condition. This means they must register an information officer and protect your privacy, and only process the data for specific purpose. And they must tell you what they are doing with it, because Popia requires transparency, meaning companies must tell you why they're collecting your information, how they'll use it, and who they'll share it with, and how long they'll keep it.
For sure. So the other term that's used is the word telemetry, where we've got devices from laptops to smartphones.
Yeah.
And as you mentioned about permissions, that you invoke a certain application, and then there's certain permissions, right? So for example, you've got Uber Eats.
Yeah.
Now, in order for Uber Eats to work, you have to give it GPS data.
Yeah.
Like it makes sense, right? So that you can track, or you can find the closest store that you can buy from. But there are some apps that now when you think this does not require that kind of data. But speaking of telemetry, it's around the wording that these companies use. As mentioned, they might say, we may collect your data and we may share it. Yeah. And the reason that they use, sometimes with Microsoft, what I would see in Windows is that the data that they are collecting is to improve the product. They would say things like that. And then you then have to go through the process of selecting what kind of information that you can share. But for the most part, Njamina, I just decline Yonginto. But you will see the trickery that's involved here, where it becomes this long thing that is basically a time eater.
Yeah.
Where you have to click yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, and then eventually you end up giving up. So I think they play also on the psychology that, you know what, it's fine. Most people will just click yes, and then go about their day.
Yeah.
Yeah, more especially if you're busy and you don't literally have the time to fully go through everything, then you're definitely just going to click yes.
Yeah, but it is around consent.
Yeah.
And most of these companies, they actually do get your consent.
Yeah.
Funny enough, yes, you may find a few bad actors here and there sharing information illegally, but for the most part, consent, and we're talking big companies where can our partners call you, and then you find you're getting a phone call from someone whom you never ever gave your information to. So it is around consent.
Yeah. Very interesting. We're still discussing how your data is handled. Are you someone who has faced security risks when sharing your data? Come through and share that with us on YouTube. It's #Vooka Breakfast Show, or you can call us or send your voice note on 0604933226. But another thing that I want you to know is your rights under the Popia Act. And with me right here, I have some of the key rights South Africans have under the Act, what it means for you, and some of the examples. For example, the first one is you have the right to know, right? All of us know that you have the right to know. What it means is you can ask any company or government body what personal data they hold about you, which you just mentioned. For example, a bank must tell you what information they store, like your ID number, address, or a transaction history. If you didn't know that right, now you know. Another right is the right to access. What it means is you can request access to your personal information. You can ask your medical aid for a copy of your health records. That information is for you. You can get that. And you have the right to correct. You can demand the correction of inaccurate or outdated information. As we have seen in the Home Affairs, a lot of people are still struggling to correct their information, and people have a right to do that, right? If a retailer keeps your old details after you stop shopping there, you can ask them to erase that information. Also, the right to delete. You can request deletion of information that's no longer needed, right? As mentioned again, that if people keep your information, your old detail, you can go there and ask them to delete that information. Right to also object. You can object to your data being processed for a certain purpose, like direct marketing. You can stop spam SMSs or emails by withdrawing the consent. Second last, you have the right to security. What it means is organization must protect your data against loss, theft, or misuse. If a company suffer a data breach, they must inform you and the regulator. And you also have the right to regulator oversight. The information regulator enforces Popia and investigates complaints. If a company refuses to comply, you can escalate to the regulator themselves.
True.
Right. And for some people who do not understand Popia, think of Popia as a digital shield, right? It stops companies from misusing your personal details. It gives you control over who has your information and how they use it. Lastly, it ensures accountability through the information regulator. So it is very important for you to know how your data is handled. I know people get excited when you get a new app. You can't wait to use it. But in the process, you're not realizing that you are sharing like a lot of information that you're not even supposed to share, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes it stipulates that it's optional, that you can. But now people go in now and share other people's. Now your friend is asking for your ID number. Like, why?
I mean, the conversation here, yes, we're talking about your retailers and companies and all of that. The other distinction I want us to make is that let's just maybe put them in two brackets, that there is what one would consider public information.
Yeah.
And then there's like private. Yeah. So there's two clouds, private and public. So someone posts a photo on Facebook.
Yeah.
It's in the public, right? And they have made their account as a public account.
Yeah.
Then everyone has access to that information, right? So if we come through as journalists for the purpose of critiquing, reviewing, we can make use of this information.
Yeah.
And then there's information that sits what I would consider the private cloud, like your school, your university, that's not for the public to see.
Yeah.
So someone can't just have information about you,
Yeah.
your medical history, and payments and all of that in between, because that sits in the in the private space. So if that information gets breached 100%, they have to announce this, because I remember a few years ago, Liberty came out and said they just had a data breach, and they also had to explicitly say what kind of information, because they can't just leave it at there and say, look, information was taken and call it a day.
Yeah.
They have to say, good to know, look, we lost X, Y, and Z, and so on and so on and so on.
Yeah.
And yes, we have done X, Y, and Z to mitigate and recover from the situation.
Yeah.
Now, the last one I'll throw out there is, sometimes we look at retailers as the antagonists in all of this, but I have seen individuals being antagonists when it comes to sharing public or sharing information about other people.
Yeah.
So if you take Stombe Sam and post it without my consent,
Yeah.
you are also violating the Popia Act, where you are saying, okay, look, I'm going to take this information and I'll just divulge it to the world. You know what I mean? So people should also be careful of that. Don't take information and post it out there.
Yeah, and they take it for granted, because for some people they're like, no guys, I'm trying to expose someone.
No.
And
It's not how it works.
they don't understand that sometimes it will, most of the time it will come back to you. While you were trying to expose someone, you did not take the right initiatives, right? If you want to report someone, go to the law. Go to the police station and go to someone you trust and tell them the information. But now when you take someone's information and post it online and expect people to come through for you, it might look bad on you also, when you do these things.
But also when you take a look at the way that South Africans have been handling the whole issue of crime right now, is basically through sharing other people's information. Hence, it's been a bit more faster to find people who've committed heinous crimes and have done so many bad things. For example, the e-hailing driver incident. If it was not... So the Popia Act is good for people who do not want the information shared, but it's also a bit of a downfall, because we've seen how people have been able to help the police find criminals who've done so many bad things throughout different times, because they simply shared their picture. Because right now they managed to find the people who were actually who are actually part of the whole e-hailing driver situation, just because their pictures were shared. So when it comes, I think for some people will also be like, okay, yes, I know that it protects me from certain people who are maybe bad, who will probably have like the idea of why they want to share my information, but in the end, I'm also helping people catch a certain criminal who did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So when it comes to the legal standing, we need to know when exactly is it the right time to say, you know what, maybe we can share certain information of this certain person because it'll help the nation or people that this person harmed, and when can you say that, okay, officially this is where the Popia Act actually applies.
So maybe we can classify the types of information that gets shared, because if something is outright evidence where they are caught on camera, then you still need to go to the law, right? Because we have had cases of mistaken identity where you post my photo, 1, 2, and 3, watch out for this individual. Now, my name gets tarnished on the internet, and who knows, I might just lose business or anything. Look, we've had cases where couples are fighting, and we've had Ukatlego from, at the time it was on Expresso, where he was just having a personal thing. It's a personal thing, what he was going through with his wife at the time, right? And then she went ahead and posted that, she posted something about him, and as a result, he then lost business because of that. But it's a private thing. It's something that the two of you need to deal.
Yeah.
So if you are outright to destroy me, you can also use a social media to do that, which is it's highly not recommended. Like fix your things in private, because I need to call it in private,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And then the other one, Mo, before I hand over back to you, is last year when we were at the Rand show and we spent some time with the JMPD, they've got a very complex network of surveillance cameras around Gauteng, and the number keeps growing, where they are surveilling everyone, right? Cars on the road, hotspots, and so on.
Yeah, the face recognition cams. Also.
Exactly.
Yeah.
However, even when driving on the freeway, you will see that there is a sign that says 60 or 80 or 100, and then just below that, there is the word that's written camera.
Yeah.
Right. So if you were to get a ticket from an area that didn't have that, you can contest, but you didn't tell me that this part of the street or the road is being surveillanced. So they have to tell you that this part is surveillanced. You walk into a store and they'll tell you it's this shop kune CCTV la. They'll tell you that lana beware of a dog. Even small things like now, when you enter a yard, if you get bitten by a dog and there wasn't a sign, you could sue the owner, right?
Yeah.
So in terms of data being collected, Nakona, you go into a place now, but they do have an obligation of keeping the data for a certain period of time. Isn't as fun. Some stores might have a data retention policies of more than 10 years, but it's important to understand what is the retention, and then just by knowing what, okay, by me going to this place, it means my data is being stored.
Yeah.
Question is, can it be used ksasa? That's where the question is, where you've probably seen on social media where people would, or security guards in this case, the ones that deal with the surveillance, but tata a video on your phone,
yes,
where they are playing back CCTV footage, right? So, but that's illegal. That part is illegal. So there's quite a lot, but just know, Guti, in this tech era, a lot of information gets kept. You said this, I mean, Gayton McKenzie posted something 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Right?
Resurfaces. Yeah. I think also companies are taking advantage because we are reacting to these things, right? When we see a security officer, taking a video of something that happened, whether it's a robbery, it's a hijacking, I mean, people react to these things. No one comes in the comment section and say, but guys, are you aware that this is private information, to someone? But I think also companies are studying that, no man, people want to see these things. So the more we kind of share private information with people react different. I mean, majority react in a very negative way, but it's those people that, a small group of people who react in a positive way to say, guys, you're not allowed. And those comments will be just shuttered and say, hey, when shut up. We want to see where these people, ended up going when they were hijacking this person, right? But a very interesting thing is we know that a lot of people do ask what we call a million rand question, because we are going through some of what companies should go through in terms of protecting people's information. But the question is, do companies really follow, some of these rules on paper? Because on paper, Popia sounds all right, airtight. In practice, not always, as we mentioned. Some companies over-collect data, some hide behind the vague T's and C's apply. Some rely on the fact that consumers really read anything before clicking accept, right? And in a world where data is more valuable than gold, the tension is very growing. And are we truly protected, or are we being digitally strip searched without knowing? I mean, we always click, accept without even reading, some of these terms. Because one would be told, word of mouth, hey, I know this restaurant has this app that you can order food, right? And you are just expecting to fill in your name or your address and things like that. But now there are questions that come and follow up, and now you're asking yourself, but is it really necessary, guys, to ask me, okay, Moeketsi, tell us, if you're depressed, what would you like to eat?
Guys,
what
does this have to do with?
And now there's not an option of skip. Because
there isn't.
there's no, like, you have to fill in that so that you can go to the next question.
Sometimes, as you mentioned, it is desperation.
Yeah.
I mean, how many of us have signed up for this free Wi-Fi? And then they ask you, how many kids do you have? Like, Aibo.
How
but then,
old are you?
obviously, people will... Yeah, because they want the data, they want the free Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
So they end up doing it.
Yeah.
So that's where they take advantage in as far as collecting it data. But here's the thing. They collected it in consent. Right? So we can debate, Uguti, was it under a malicious intent? Yes.
Yeah.
But then I think in the court of law, it won't hold any ground. Uguti. But I asked, Uguti, look, in order for you to get to Wi-Fi, you have to fill out this form.
Yeah.
So I remember when I used to work doing training and all of that, we would do these sessions where we would collect the data of educators. And the one question they kept asking is, so with the data you are collecting, is it fit for the purpose? In other words, I can't be asking if are you married.
Yeah.
No. It's about ensuring we deliver training for whatever topic.
Yeah.
And I can ask questions, how far or how skilled are you in this piece of software? That makes sense.
Yeah.
But I can't be asking, what's your salary, date, and whatnot. So these things also do count as well.
Yeah. So you should be extra careful, and please try to read as much as you can. So before we wrap up this, let me just hit you with some two perspectives, that's coming from this whole debate, right? The first one says, Popia protects us. Companies have no choice but to comply. But supporters argue that companies risk fines and investigation. So Popia forces transparency and security. Regulation gives power back to the user. They believe the law just needs a better enforcement. The second perspective is that the law is great, but companies still push boundaries, right? So critics point that long and confusing terms and conditions people don't understand, apps requesting unnecessary permissions, weak enforcement for digital misbehavior, data breaches are still happening across industries. And of course, according to them, they say we are only partially protected and companies rely on our ignorance.
Yeah.
Right. So very interesting perspectives.
I mean, an example of the second perspective where the law isn't enforced as much is with the whole AI initiative, where they were training these models on user data. And mind you, right now we've got Obosuno that's able to generate music. So by the time the law comes through, and I think they planned this out. Obviously, the time and the conversation to have pertaining to this will come.
Yeah.
But by the time it comes, we would have scraped all the data. So they went ahead, ingested music, literature, people have written books, voices. They trained these models on everything, videos we've created. If you've seen Google VO, Sora 2 from OpenAI, they've taken all the data, even including YouTube data, like making videos and all of that. So now when the law comes through, it's like, oh, okay, we will stop now. But the damage is done already. They've done it. So I think the second perspective is, now, but they know, and they are pushing them up boundaries of what is it that they can do.
Yeah.
And then once they've done all of the scraping, they come back and say, okay, cool, we won't train our models on your data. Like, guys, you've done that already. You have. Yeah.
Very interesting. That's how we wrap up this discussion in terms of how your data is handled. If you still want to share your experience about your data being breached or your data being shared out there, please come through on our comment section by using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show. You can send your voice note on 06049333226. That's 06049333226. So what I'm going to do right now, because exactly in 9 minutes, we will be, of course, sitting down with Uncle Frank. So there are some things that are trending on social media, and I don't want you to miss this out. So let me do this. Let me just take a quick shot ad, and then when we come back, I will, of course, fill you in terms of what you have missed on those social media trends. So don't go anywhere.
Yo, check this out.
Durban streets, what's poppin'?
It's the Vooka.
Vooka Breakfast Show.
Monday to Friday.
Yo, check this out.
Durban streets, what's poppin'?
It's the Vooka.
Vooka Breakfast Show.
Monday to Friday.
Yes, and of course, you asking yourself what is trending on our social media right now. Starting off, of course, with a very interesting one, which is the SIU has uncovered 181 million rand visa fraud network linked to Shepherd Bushiri's South Africa residency. A corruption network within South Africa's Department of Home Affairs allegedly manipulated immigration processes. Officials reportedly sold citizenship, with 4 staff members receiving over 16 million rands in unexplained deposits. Shepherd Bushiri's residency is under scrutiny, with claims he exploited loopholes using influence networks and fabricated documents. So the Special Investigation Unit, which is the SIU, has uncovered a nefarious syndicate inside Home Affairs, where officials allegedly facilitated fraudulent asylum permits that later led to permanent residency and citizenship. The probe has traced more than 181 million rands in debts in benefits linked to fake visa application. Bushiri's case is central and highlighting systematic weakness in immigration control. So the way forward with this whole trending story is that the SIU recommends tightening immigration systems and, of course, enforcing stricter oversight of officials and prosecuting those implicated. Strengthening digital verification, whistleblower protection, and collaboration with law enforcement will be critical to restoring trust in Home Affairs and preventing future exploitation.
Superstar.
Bushiri is not a superstar.
Like, this person managed to exploit so much. He ran away, first of all, for the longest time.
Yeah.
And it's only right now that we are finding that he managed to see loopholes that even our government failed to see. And he bribed so many officials to such a huge amount that they're only noticing right now. No, that man get boss. He still has people in South Africa brainwashed into thinking that he is the multi-all father. And they still gather money to go see him.
I mean, it's fine, but what I know is our law enforcement is still working on those extradition laws so that they can confirm his arrest wherever he goes in his country. So we hope that they spare a cell for him in Sun City.
Amen.
Right. Lastly, on what is sparking debate on social media is Ngesi has sparked a debate after admitting he doesn't believe in God but loves gospel music. Right. His post drew mixed reaction to a lot of people. Some saw it as spiritual contradiction. Others defended music as separate from belief. The conversation highlighted broader views on spirituality, faith, and of course, emotional power of music. Right? South Africa actor and media personality Ngesi took to X to share, "I don't believe in God, but I love gospel music." The statement quickly went viral, with users weighing in on whether enjoying gospel music without religious belief reflects hidden spirituality or simply appreciation of the genre's emotional depth. Responses ranged from curiosity and criticism to support, showing how music often transcends spiritual faith. and personal faith. But the way forward with this is the debate opens space for broader conversation about how art and culture connects people beyond religious boundaries. For Ngesi and others who share similar views, the focus may shift towards celebrating gospel music as a universal expression of emotion and community, regardless of belief. This is quite controversial, and we can some kind of debate and share thoughts on what this means, because what are we saying with gospel music? If you listen to gospel music, you are a spiritual person, you are very religious, because there are people who just listen to music just to listen to the lyrics on what do they mean.
Yeah, because for this, it is a bit controversial. You say you don't believe in God, but then you listen to gospel music. So when they talk about Obrigado Xikwembu Shamatemba, who exactly do you think they are talking about at that time? And do you believe what they say that Xikwembu Shamatemba will do for you during whatever purposes or whatever situations that you're going through at that moment? Because remember that gospel music is all about giving you faith, giving you hope when you feel like you're nowhere close to being to where you are, and it tells you about a certain person who's able to bring you closer and give you all the faith, hope, and comfort that you need.
All music does that, guys. Some of us who listen to secular music, guys, they speak about being closer to God. So what's the distinctive here, right? Like we have Abantwana Bakho by Kabza the Small, Amapiano. I mean, we have people have labeled Kwaito Amapiano as the gospel of Amapanzola, the gospel of the youth, the gospel of the ones who feel vibrant in their communities. So now we are saying if you're listening to gospel, or if you don't listen to gospel, that means you don't believe in God. Are we really going there right now? But as mentioned, that it has sparked a debate. We don't want to get deep into that. We want to hear from you by using the hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show, or you can send your voice note on 0604933226. It is 28 minutes past 9, and exactly at 9:30 we will be sitting down with Uncle Frank, who is in the building. Can't wait to get into a conversation with him. He's a comedian, a storyteller, and of course a host. He's known for his raw storytelling and relatable humor. Known as Ngobile Ngomane, better known as Uncle Frank, is a Johannesburg-based comedian who performs in both English and Vernac. I can't wait to get in touch with him. And of course, if you have any questions for him, come through. Hashtag Vooka Breakfast Show is the hashtag that you need to use. So let me do this, take a quick break, and then when I come back, he will be here with us, leaving you with the great sounds of Dean's, a song titled Pull Me Closer.
I've been missing the way you touch me, baby. Kisses on my neck and the love you gave me. When I think about it, I go a little bit crazy. It's gotta be more than this for you and I to coexist. Help me, I wanna be more than just a friend. I'm looking for closure, so baby pull me closer. Help me, I don't wanna be just a one night stand. I'm looking for closure, so baby pull me closer. I've been scrolling through the text messages you sent me, trying to fill the holes where you left me empty. And when I think about it, get a little emotional, knowing that we might never ever be close to loving. Help me, I wanna be more than just a friend. I'm looking for closure, so baby pull me closer. I don't wanna be just a one night stand. I'm looking for closure, so baby pull me closer. Help me, I wanna be more than just a friend. I'm looking for closure, So baby, pull me closer. Help me. I don't wanna be just a one night stand. I'm looking for closure. So baby, pull me closer. Sober up. Think it's time for me to sober up. Cause I don't know what I should do with all these feelings. Don't wanna be needy, too in love. Maybe I am just too in love. Baby, all I know is I can't make you stay. But don't just walk away. Help me. I wanna be more than just a friend. I'm looking for closure. So baby, pull me closer. Help me. I don't wanna be just a one night stand. I'm looking for closure. So baby, pull me closer.
It's exactly 29 minutes till we hit 10 o'clock on the dot, and you are watching and listening to the Vooka Breakfast Show. Your energetic start to the day, accompanied by a daily dose of positivity. Let's connect across all social media platforms. We are Vooka Breakfast Show. Of course, listening to the great sounds of Bohota, song titled Auto Hacker. And you know that we always try to bring vibrant vibes on a beautiful Wednesday. We're getting rid of a midweek slumper. And speaking of getting rid of a midweek slumper, a man that I have announced is joining us on the table right here by the name Uncle Frank. Very good morning, my brother. How are you doing this morning? And by the way, thank you so much for taking your time to be with us right here on the Vooka Breakfast Show. But yeah, how are you doing this morning?
Good morning. First and foremost, thank you for having me, man.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm happy to be here. I love being here. I feel like I don't want to leave. I love it here already.
Yeah, beautiful. And as mentioned, that we are going to spend some time with you, getting to know you, because you are a comedian. I think being a comedian is, it should be considered one of the most toughest jobs in the world.
Hard.
Making someone laugh, it's not. But let's get straight into your story in terms of how you got into, comedy and to be where you are right now.
Yo, it's gonna take 7 hours.
Yeah.
But, comedy was never something that I thought that I was gonna do. It's just that people always found everything that I said funny.
Ooh.
Yeah, and you know how annoying it is to try to talk to someone and then they laugh.
Yeah.
And I realized, look, this is getting annoying. Class clown. I was a clown at work.
Yeah.
One time, my previous manager invited me to a comedy show. The guy at a comedy show was roasting me. I roasted him back.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I want to do this.
Oh, so you guys had a back and forth?
Yeah, the back and forth. He was just trying to crowd work, and I didn't know what that was. And then I just went at the guy. Next thing, the guy came to me. He's like, "Exe Chief, next week I want you here 5 minutes."
Okay.
That was my first time on stage. It was Seema. Shout out to Seema, man.
Yeah.
And ever since, man, I've been doing this. But the thing is, I've always been an idiot. Like I said, I've always been a clown. Especially this thing started off, I was always post dumb things on Facebook. Like, even the other day, I was going through my Facebook history. I'm like, no, muntage korai. And then I found myself, here I am telling jokes. But what really made me want to do this, I went through one of the toughest heartaches in life, and I couldn't afford therapy. Didn't have money for therapy. So it never made sense. Why should I go pay someone money to tell them my problems?
Yeah.
So I booked the venue, I told people their problems, and I made them pay.
Oh.
So I healed me, and I made sure that I healed them.
Yeah. Ah, man, that is one of the smartest ways. Because I was about to ask, because I read that it began as a way to cope with a painful breakup, right? And now people had to pay for you to deliver the breakup. Very interesting. That is one of the biggest scams I've ever had in my life, right? But you also grew up in a Christian home, navigating strict family values and, like strict family. Tell me about that, like growing up in a strict family.
Yo, growing up in a strict family means I didn't have a girlfriend until I was down in school. I think the first time my mom met my girlfriend, I was probably 20 something. My mom she's a teacher and she's a pastor. But that has helped me, shaped me in life, and has given me so much faith. You know, growing up in a Christian home is nice, but some other things are not the same anymore. I mean, a lot of things change at home. Cranberry juice was now the blood of Jesus. Like, a lot of things change. Anointing oil, cooking oil was now anointing oil. A lot of things change at home. I even remember one time they took my space cookies and they thought it was the body of Christ. But I remember that Sunday church was on a high note. It was a beautiful church service.
You know, because I also wanted to ask, since while you're a PK, do you think they actually take you serious when you get into the pulpit and actually preach?
Let me tell you a story. The thing is, I can't be serious. I think that's my biggest problem. Yeah. So my mom's church, they have this thing where they help you. You tell them, I want to sing. They put you in the church choir. And they asked me, what do I want to do? I said, I want to tell jokes standing up. I want to be a stand-up comedian. They got me my first gig. First gig I was supposed to MC a funeral of one of the late old ladies at church. Yeah. Blind old lady. Bang Biza, they gave me the mic. I went up there. I'm like, hey, no go fuck bone. Yes. That's when I actually realized I love doing this and I'm not going to stop. But it's hard. No one takes me serious. Every time, even when my mom is angry, when King I go I'm at jokes. So it's hard. But shout out to my moms, right?
Yeah. A very huge shout out to her. And let's talk about how you come with your craft, right? Are you someone who takes time for, jokes to come and deliver them as they are? Or maybe you take weeks right down and then have a show and deliver?
I think one of the amazing comedians once said to me that a comedian without a message is just a clown.
Ooh.
Yeah. So what I do, it's my everyday life. Like, I find humor in the most painful thing. Yeah. I got cheated on and I made that a joke. It's fine. And when I say I find humor in everything, I'm just talking about a couple of days ago. So I live in Midrand and we didn't have water. And I think I was feeling a cold. I went to...
You guys still don't have water.
Let's leave that for now. You know how weird it is to tell people that you live in waterfall, Marauna.
I know the whole Midrand debacle. Trust me, I know that one.
Yeah, it's so, but saying how craft comes or how this works, I write every day. It's because I write based on what I see that day. Yeah. Like I was saying, I think it was 2-3 weeks ago, I was sick. I was getting a cold and I decided to go to the nearest disc camp to get a flu shot and medication. When I walked in there, I saw a whole traditional doctor. Okay. And she was buying flu medication. Oh. And not just that, she was also fetching a prescription for arthritis. And I sat there and I asked, doesn't this person specialize in bones?
Here they are.
Magapumo pege security la pana bakolota animale swasho. So that's my life every day. Like even the other day, I was just telling my homie that I was we're doing a radio interview somewhere in Pretoria, Penny FM. Yeah, we were there. And have you ever been to a place or a mall where you realize I need to go to the toilet and you can't do anything, you have to go to the toilet? And the most messed up part is we're using taxi. Ooh. Yeah, so you're like, no, to get toilet. We tried. I went to the toilet while I'm going through my TikTok. I did my business. And then with just one look to the left and right, I realized there's no toilet paper. But that's when I realized, no, man, I'm wearing that black vest. Oh. So you see, it's my everyday life. Don't ask where the vest is.
Oh, come on.
It's literally my everyday life, right? It's just, I try to make pain funny.
Yeah. I guess the perfect side note for you to take is that always carry toilet paper with you.
No, the thing is,
you never know.
You know that mother that's always by the toilet, that one judges by looking at you. It's like, and then she's like, by just looking at you. That day she was off. So yeah,
unfortunately. Bad. So we get to learn that your humor reflects everyday township life in such a relatable way, right? So what is it that about Kasi culture that makes it such rich and comedic material?
That being in the hood is one of the most beautiful things, because I lived half of my life in Tembisa, 16 dirty, and I think dating in Tembisa is the most funniest things that I've ever had to do in life. Because being in, like, you can cheat from someone from Tembisa and she'll catch you. The only thing you have to say to her, baby, it's not me, it's AI. She'll understand. But I love the culture, that everything that's happening in the hood makes you to realize this is who I am and this is home. You know, I grew up in the hood. My mom has a church in the hood. So my whole life is. But one thing that I will strongly advise, ninga joli elokishini.
Especially with Tembisa. Banyana bako ebony.
Why?
Bako ebony straight. Yo, bako ebony.
Rubber rich. You must pass up.
Rubber rich is better. Yeah, basa ivory, but at least ivory falls under mid-red now. Mara mose big room ya sekai. Yeah, but it's just that, bruh. So I actually said, I remember I dated someone who I won't mention, but her father began a matrix I-10. Big hamba A1. Bambiza ngosomatekisi. Mama ke bekathengisa amakota and chicken feet.
Yeah.
But also my business. And I think her brother was into real estate, was selling houses.
Solums.
Marasiazo, so me. So what I'm saying is, but it's nice in the hood, bro. I love in the hood because that's what I'm saying, Guti. I write jokes based on what I'm seeing every day, what I'm going through every day, being in the hood. I think most of my material is based about living in Tembisa. Like I remember there's a gag that I once used to do, like you have to pay no look shit on the depression. But mama nango anxiety pussy chick. That's a true story. It's a true story. I was there, and that's where the work comes from.
Yeah, very interesting. And of course, when we look into the world of comedy as a whole, a lot of people when they just go into the whole process of deliverance, you know, they will talk about this guy only speaks Zulu, you know, he doesn't speak other languages, so there's sort of limitation. Let's talk about you now effortlessly switching between Verneka and English. How does language influence the way a joke lands to people?
It has a lot of influence. I think based on what I do, if I am booked for a show that's in Pretoria, that's in Soweto, or anywhere, I get to the show an hour before the show happens. I am there an hour before to look at the place, see what's going on. What are people drinking here? Like I remember there was a place I went to in Davidton, told that I went on stage and I spoke about that for 30 whole minutes before I even started doing my set. So I think it's just being there and getting there. As soon as the host is on stage, you already know what these people like and what these people want to hear.
Yeah.
Because I think I've lived in so many places in South Africa, so I'm multilingual. There's no language that I can't speak. I even actually realized bati usiri akasebenza eLimpopo. They're just there's no ways. I mean, so put me in any room and I look at my crowd, I look at my people, I'm like, okay. I remember I wrote a joke about Betty people. I mean, I must tell it because there's Betty people. That's what I do. When I see, here there's just white people, and I'm like, I have a joke about Oscar.
Yeah.
But it doesn't walk that one. But
nope.
Trying so hard to cancel myself.
Very interesting, man. I think thank you for clarifying that. So let's talk about you loving this, but we know that sometimes there's a downfall of negativity coming into your head now. Thinking of giving up. Have you ever thought of leaving this whole comedy thing and doing something else?
Every week. I think this is one of the most painful journeys that I have had to do. Emotionally it's draining, financially it's draining, to a point where I remember when I told Mandwana that we were booked for a show in Davidton. Mandwana.
Mandwana. But it sounded like you said Mandwana.
What, isn't that chicken feet?
It is.
You see, when the Mbombo people show up, they show off. Like, why would you wake up and want to eat chicken feet unprovoked? Yeah, funny. So it's now I forgot what I was saying.
Yeah, it's the thingy about you giving up, not giving up.
Yeah. I think I remember I was doing this until one time one of the big comedians that I look up to, Bongani Dube, shout out to Bongani Dube. First thing he said to me was like, listen, if you're doing this for money, then leave.
Yeah, while it's early.
Leave.
Yeah.
Because I gave my everything in this. I get to, like I was saying, I remember one time I told Mandwana, we were booked for a gig in Davidton. And I'm like, but these guys don't even want to pay. They won't even send me the money to get there. We admit rent, it's far. And I'm like, nah, but I don't want to go there. I can't go there. And I've literally given up.
Yeah.
He's like, nah, bro, I don't give up. Let's find a way. We managed to get money for petrol. We ride there. We got there. It was one of the most happiest days of my life. I was on stage and it was beautiful. I remember after just leaving the mic, everybody started, you know how weird it is when you're a comedian, you get people trying to kiss your cheeks. And so I got off stage and there was a guy that came to me, says, I'm going through one of the hardest divorces in life right now. You made me laugh. You made me smile again. You know what? Tonight I'm going back home to that house and I'm packing my things. I'm leaving. Thank you so much. And I didn't know what that meant until I got home and I was by myself. I'm like, I'm not going to stop this.
Yeah.
Because like I said, my mother is a pastor. I believe, and I always say this here, that I believe that you and I are doing the same thing. I'm just doing it in a funny way.
Yeah.
Definitely healing the world in a funny way. Oh, that's good, hey. But also talking about being able to tell the truth. So we guess that through your comedy, you seem like one of those people who you get through a family get together and just literally crack up the truth, but in the most funniest way, but also just literally laying it all out. So I want to know, how do you balance your emotional self when it comes to your comedy, and how do you manage to also protect some parts of yourself so that you don't overly expose yourself to the people that you're making a book, creating a bond with, and also making them laugh at the same time?
Like I'm saying, especially to my family, I've always been a clown.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard. I remember, I think it was this year, December, I went home.
You mean last year, December?
Was it last year? What? Wait. Mudara, where are we here? What's going on?
2026.
For real. 2025 December. I'm just saying this in case my mother is watching. So I went home last year, December. Family gathering. I remember when I got there, everybody, I tulana ngoma jokes. So now, even the family, they watch now what they say in front of me because they know, tomorrow that is material. And I remember I said this. So there's a cousin of mine, Hope, who recently, I think about a year ago, he was recently diagnosed with diabetes. And they broke that to the whole family. And I was standing at the back and I was like, why are you guys shocked? Everyone looked at me like, he was very sweet when we were kids. So now they even watch what they say around me. There's so many things. And he's still my cousin. I still love him. But I just try to find it, to balance it. But I think being at home and being around my family is what helps me tomorrow to go try to. Yeah. Shit, my mom said this. I'm writing this joke. My dad said this. I'm going to write this joke. But I hope I answered the question.
You did. You did. Some of your career highlights involve you opening up for Kiboni Mulaudzi's one-man show. You shared stages with Trevor Kumbi, Titi Pasha, and Bongani Dube. You were a co-host of Four Ways Comedy Club. You are founder of Nova Comedy Wednesday in Melville, and you have performed across Johannesburg metropolitan area. Let's talk about how those things played a very, significant role in your life to be who you are now.
Like I said, man, I think every gig that I've ever been to, it's a gig that I didn't want to go to. Emotionally, I'm like, I'm tired of this. But every gig that I did got me to go do the next one. Every gig that I did opened me for the next one. Like, shout out to Kiboni Mulawudzi. I first met him at Artisan in Joburg. We're doing a show there. He's like, hey, come on stage. I want the stage. Next week, he's like, hey bro, I'm doing my one man, come open. And this was now December, open for Giddy Boni. And also who Titi Pasha is one of my OGs in the comedy game. It's one person who always made you within Dwana, stick in your lane, do this. And I remember Prajes Buddha, big OG, he's the shortest, oldest comedian that I know. One time he came to me and said, my man, write jokes until you have jokes for everyone and everything. Walk into a room and already have a joke about that laptop, that mic. And I didn't understand what he meant. That's when I went back home. That's when I wanted to channel more of the Vanak and everything. And I don't know if I answered the question.
Yeah. No, you did. Interestingly so.
Yeah,
Right.
you definitely did. So sometimes we know that comedy can actually clash with like religion. So have you ever felt a bit of tension between your faith and humor while on stage, or maybe at the family gatherings?
Family gatherings are a perfect place for my one man. That's where I try jokes.
Yeah.
But as a child or somebody that grew up in church, I think I'm one person who's a strong believer of faith, and my faith is where I am today. I am here today because of my faith and believing.
Yeah.
I remember I got on stage. There was a friend of mine that was I went on stage right after him. He went on stage and he spoke something about religion, and people were offended. And I had to get up and try to save that because I was hosting. I went up, I'm like, come on, ma'am, when was the last time you went to church? I'm sure the reason the last time you went to church is because they were cooking. They started laughing, and then we tried to bring that. So I said, whenever whatever show that I go to, I try to make sure that I'm there so that I have a conversation with everybody, so I get to know what's going on. What do you guys like? So yeah.
Have you ever got like a backlash from people saying that?
Hecklers are always there. Hecklers will always be there. I remember I think it was the early stages, rest in peace to Ricky Rick. So that was a Ricky Rick joke that I used to do, and I do it. And then that's what I'm saying, there's some jokes that you can do them there, and the crowd will like, it's a comedy crowd, they like it. And then you take those jokes, you go do it somewhere, and people are like, you can't say that. So I remember I had that Ricky joke that people like, but,
too early.
Yeah, but come back. Sometimes in life we must just hang on. So yes, you were saying? Goes over right. That's what I mean. I don't know why you guys are laughing.
Because they always say that I love the hyena. So please don't get the hyena out of me.
That's what. But any of your biggest highlights since you've been doing comedy?
Biggest highlights. I was actually supposed to be doing my one-man show now on the 31st of May, titled "Welcome Back to My Side of the Story." The reason why I wanted to do that is because when my then relationship ended, everybody had so many questions. Everybody had so many things to say. Even families had so many things to say. Even that person had so many things to say, and I didn't have a voice then. I found my voice through comedy. So I wanted to do a one-man show called Welcome Back to My Side of the Story, where I'm telling everybody my side of the story. But did I answer that question? But
like this but has something extra you're not getting.
But I think one of my biggest highlights is being in. I remember I was the most happiest when we did a show in Timbisa after I went on stage, and Trevor Kumbi came to me and said, I like what you did here, you did this and you said this, but next time try to do this, you're good, you're funny. That is one of my biggest highlights, and also positive feedback. And also getting to open for Kiribone Malaudzi. I remember when I got there, the crowd were international people, all white people, and when first thing when I got is like, oh yeah, homie, no venek. Like, oh, and then I looked, I'm like, okay, white jokes, and then we did it, and then had fun. I think that was one of my biggest highlights, working with Bongane Dube, Trevor, and also Kiribone Mlaudzi.
You like seeing things, Kiribone. Anyway,
I'm not gonna say nothing, but big shout out to the OG Kiribone Mlaudzi. And he has seen a lot,
just like his name.
So beyond the laughs, what do you want people to walk away with after experiencing your performance?
Sense of belonging. Healing also. I think I'm doing this because I wanted to heal my inner child, and I realized that me doing this, there's someone else that is also listening that is healing. So I want people to always remember that I contributed to their healing. I can't afford therapy and I can't afford to study psychology, so I'm doing it with jokes. But so
and we appreciate people like you, man, and we need more of you, right? So in terms of future stuff or project that you're working on, what is it that you're currently working on that people should be looking forward to?
What I'm currently working on, we are running the 4 Ways Comedy Club with Kiribone. We are there from Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I have a show on the 6th of March here in Soweto, Vilagazi Street. I forgot the name of the place, but it's a beautiful place. I know Eco Vilagazi and it's front opposite Meet. But if you are lost, we'll meet by Meet. But it's always, I think, it's just that. So I'm planning. We still do it. We are doing the 1-man show. Because of having problems with the venue, I am gonna, as soon as we unlock another venue, we get a venue, I'll share everything. But I think one thing that I'm also trying to do, I'm trying to get back to radio so bad. I used to do radio and I love radio. Yeah, before COVID happened.
Don't worry, you can come and visit every once in a while and co-host with us.
Mahua, Lukisa CV. I think I'm just one person that just loves talking. I love speaking. I can speak the whole day. And I think radio will always be my biggest and first love. That's one thing that I want to see myself doing again this year, is being back on radio and telling people stories and just being funny and being me.
Man, nice. That's beautiful. Hey, we look forward to you visiting again and probably hosting the show with us again. Yeah, that would be nice. So, venue idea, Baisoko White House, Kokalfontein, everything will be sorted.
She's been to Tembisa. She has been to Tembisa and she has been to the most wildest places. No one goes to Kalfontein unless we fit a taxi. Ukasi go Kalfontein.
Go White House. I can wait. Opposite.
White House. Bro. She knows all of the dodgiest places in Tembisa, bro. Sorry, but because I'm God's favorite child, I live in Waterfall now. But 16 dirty guy is always on my back.
Interesting. With the 4 minutes that we have right here, some comments came through right there on YouTube from Saved by Grace podcast. Came through, say, Uncle Frank, remember to tell them that you can't drive.
I think that's many. It's either it's many or it's Mongane Tube. Yo, mfana, they say I drive like a taxi driver with anxiety. Yo, Emmanuel, my boy, I know it's you because you're a married man now. I love you. That's him. Ooh.
Yeah. He also came through, say, Uncle Frank, crazy. He went to go get Vicks.
We were late for a show, man. My lips were dry, man.
Oh, and apparently the vest is in the boot.
Oh, who is this? Wait, who is this? Is my wife or who is this?
Gross. And then they come through again, say comedy stole his hair. Ooh.
Bro, this is someone who is in my house every day, and it can't be you because you are sitting here. This is someone who's always in my house and doesn't want to leave.
Yeah. And the last question they asked, they say we must ask you that about your visit at Eternal Glory Church.
Then I know who it is. It's the first beautiful church. This church is in 44 ways. Let me tell you about this church.
Yeah.
Beautiful fancy church. They even have speed points in the bathroom. But wait, I think that was the first time, and now I know who this is.
Yeah.
I remember when I was invited to the church. It's a beautiful church. I remember when I got to that church, the first thing I said to the guy that brought me was, "Yo, mfan, this is so many beautiful women." This is the first time in my life I saw so many beautiful women at once. I thought I was at a maintenance court. Now I know who it is.
Yeah,
nigga, you gotta pay your rent.
Yeah. Because of course we don't have enough time right now with you. When people want to get, of course, in contact with you or social media platforms, where can they find you?
I am everywhere on Facebook, on Instagram as Uncle Frank 4PF. Yeah, on TikTok as Uncle Frank _4PF. On Facebook as Uncle Frank J West. You can get me everywhere. My number is 07 nothing.
Yeah. Very interesting, man. With that being said, thank you so much, man, for taking your time to be with us right here.
Thank you guys for having me. CV guy.
Yeah, don't worry. Right here. Okay. I mean, I think this doing this at CV.
This is already CV. So it means I am not leaving here. But thank you guys for having me so much. Thank you for giving me this platform to come and express myself. Thank you so much.
Wonderful. To all of the Vooka Nation watching, that was the one and only Uncle Frank, a comedian, storyteller, and host, known for his raw storytelling and relatable humor. He is a Johannesburg-based comedian who performs in both English and Vernacular. From us until we see you again tomorrow, same time, same time. Oh my goodness!
Yes, tomorrow, same time, different day. Where we talk about different other things that we have going on here on the show. For me, Afi Berry, also known as Miss Berry Plays, but to the darker the berry, the sweeter than tun tun. Mnandi mamnyama mamhlopi like teka but marloko famba na mewetayo koma kahle. It's wrong on a man.
Adios. Leaving you with the great sounds of ISO Indies, a track titled "The Finish Line." Enjoy.
put you on trial. I was just a young child. Gave you 25 to life, all these years gone by. And you never asked why. Wait your time. Now you about to come home. And I'm about to have a child, it's gonna be worthwhile. It's gonna be worthwhile. Remember nights I cried, now we at the finish line. You was only 21 with a son on the run, no. You was living in the jungle. Got charged for a murder and some weed and a gun, no. You was moving like Rumbo. Did your time like a champ, never rumble. You was on the wrong path, you was young, though. You ain't never let it break, you stay humble. We see the light at the end of the tunnel. I see the fire and the pain in my mama's eyes. I was just a little boy, I always wonder why. Cause you couldn't help raise me by her side. I was taught to speak the truth and never tell a lie. But I know you wasn't capable of homicide. You was just a real always down the ride. I thank God that he gave you a second time. You got caught up in the field, but you still alive. For the fam, yeah, I know you never jeopardized. All the time that you did it only made you wise. To collect call 30 seconds, yeah, I love you. Learned a lot of life lessons from my uncles. This a letter to my pops up top, and it's still cops. I don't eat pork chops, no. ISO, we got the city on lock, it's going down, young jock, yeah. Then they put you on trial. I was just a young child. Gave you 25 to life, all these years gone by. And you never asked why. All you did was pray to God, all you did was waste your time. Now you about to come home, and I'm about to have a child, it's gonna be worthwhile. It's gonna be worthwhile. Remember nights I cried, now we at the finish line.
All these trials, tribulation. All these trials, situations. Trials we be facing, times we was waiting. Now we at the finish line. Now we at the finish line.
Damn near fell, got the call on my cell that my pops got robbed and he got shot up. I was working at SP, that was in KP. I was focused on making me $1. His business got lost, his life almost cost. I was in the parking lot thinking about my grandma. He got sent home back to Trinity, had to make a way up, and some youngins tried to take it off from him. I remember days right before I graduated, had to go to Jersey. It was visits in the state pen. On the other side of the class, yeah, things moving fast at the time. Now I really couldn't face him. I ain't understand till my mom sat me down like a man. And that day, yeah, it changed me forever. I wanted revenge, but I'ma get it when I make it out. And I put him in that Miami weather. Combos on the WhatsApp got me moving real tight. Cause you never turn your back even when it got spooky. Know for a fact you ain't cut me no slack. You would rewind time, yeah, like it was a movie. But it's real life and we gotta look ahead. Glad you alive, I don't gotta say you dead. Only the strong survive, it's a reason you here. Cheers to the next couple years. Then they put you on trial. I was just a young child. Gave you 25 to life, all these years gone by. And you never asked why. All you did was pray to God, all you did was waste your time. Now you about to come home, and I'm about to have a child, it's gonna be worthwhile. It's gonna be worthwhile. Remember nights I cried, now we at the finish line.
Preach. You're just a rookie beginner. Hang out with boys in the streets. Like that will make you a winner. I don't believe what I see. Why you wearing gold?